Y'all already know what time it is, man. Mr. Real Spill in the building, man. The one and only OG Hollywood, man. Just did a dope interview with Real Life Street Stars, man. Do me a favor. Go to Real Life Street Stars and subscribe, man, and watch this bad motherfucking interview. Salute.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Real life street star. Hold on, man. We got him in the building, man. God dang it. Hollywood. One of the OGs of OGs, man. There's going to be a lot of people that look at this internet and see your face and know exactly who you are. And there's some that's going to know you after this conversation we have, you know. And it's funny. We just had Dewberry in here.
Facts.
And you have a relationship with Dewberry? You have a relationship with Dewberry?
Facts.
And he says something, man, no, boys ain't been battle tested. You know, boys ain't been put through the ringer. And you, in your life story, you've really been, you know, you beyond tested. You beyond, you know, them words on the battle tested something for the young boys. You know what I'm saying? You beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, first and foremost, I appreciate you coming through and hollering at us. For those that may not know, tell us, you know, even the name Hollywood, is that what you always went by? Is that something you got early on?
Oh man, the name Hollywood came at a very young age, man. To be honest, if you can remember, Dallas Cowboys, Hollywood Henderson.
Oh yeah,
Number 56, linebacker, right?
Yeah.
My last name Henderson.
Oh man. Oh
Right?
yeah.
Two-sport athlete in school.
Oh.
And damn good.
Dang.
So I took up the name Hollywood Henderson, you know, and ever since then it's been who I am.
So that's been from the sports.
Yeah, that was from the sports.
Now, we got you here, man, because, you know, again, we get a lot of stories, a lot of game from a lot of people that actually did some time. And you are a person who's done probably more time than some of these guys that we had sit here that do these little, you know, dime bits and kind of get out and think they know it all.
Facts.
How much time did you do overall?
25 flat.
25 flat, man. Was it a situation where you're supposed to do 25 flat and get out, or did you have more time and it just got reduced to 25 and you got out? Or
I wish it was like that.
Jeez, I wish. All right, so let's do it like this, man.
I wish they gave me 25 and I was just supposed to get out, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, man, you know, to get to the motherfucking meat and potatoes of that situation, man, you know, I was given a life sentence.
Oh wow.
And you don't get a life sentence for fucking going to church, you know,
Nah,
or
right.
being a Sunday school boy, right? Y'all got a life sentence, man. And you know, they say you're supposed to do 15 years, right?
Yeah.
But not counting all the set-offs. When I mean set-offs, you get denied parole.
Mm.
So, you know, long story short, I wound up doing 25 years on a life sentence.
Man. All right, so let's go all the way through there, man. You're from Dallas.
Born and raised, West Dallas, Texas.
West Dallas, Texas. Are you a Fish Trap area? Where were you at?
Both.
Both. Just all through there.
Fish Trap, Cambridge, Apple Grove, all that shit. Old school shit though, not that new shit.
Yeah, old school. We always ask, we try to get an understanding of how people grew up, if they had a 2-parent household, older brothers, older sisters, younger brother. Like, what was your family dynamic? What was your family scenario growing up?
Well, it's 4 in the family, right? Got one brother, 2 sisters, right? So I mean, it was just typical household. I mean, it wasn't no white picket fence, if that's what you asked.
Were you the oldest?
No, I'm the youngest.
The youngest out of
The youngest boy
Okay.
of
Okay.
4.
Yeah. Was your dad there? Stepdad? Who's the male figure in your house? I'm just curious.
It wasn't never no stepdad, but I mean, you know, it's kind of like this, man. When you live in the ghetto, right, and somebody got to go to work, whether it be hustling or whether it be on a 9 to 5. So a father's not going to be present at all times, you know. And I put it like this: to answer that question, yes, he was there. Was he there all the time? No. And he wasn't a part-time dad because I seen him every day, right?
Yeah.
It just was the fact that, man,
He wasn't tuned in, or
Nah, when you, I mean, it's typical, man. When you're in an oppressed situation, man, pops ain't gonna be there all the time, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta fend for yourself, you know.
Yeah, nah, I grew up kind of where my dad was the homemaker. I mean, my dad was the one to go out to get it. My mom was a homemaker, so I barely saw my dad. He worked 12-hour shifts. So he ain't had no real say so except for the times I saw him.
Yeah.
But mama kind of ran it.
Yeah.
So for you, you know, like you said, you always have a few choices. Most kids coming up, this is the you coming up in the 70s as a kid?
60.
60s. Oh, okay, all right, man. Let's do it like this because in the 60s, you don't really have you know, and I want to go through a bunch of 60s stuff. We're gonna go through like the times of that time, but what are the goals of kids in your neighborhood? Like, is it to go to war? Is it go to the army? Is it go play sports? Is it be a musician? Is it get on the block and, you know, get to it? I mean, what are the outs for young black men in the 60s in Dallas?
For me,
For you, let's go.
I can't speak for the outsiders.
Yeah.
For me, it was try to you know, pave a way out of poverty.
Yeah.
And the way I seen to pave the way out of poverty was through sports, right?
Yeah.
And as far as the ideal of, you know, getting out of the ghetto, man, you know, you didn't have too many inspiring people around, you know?
Yeah.
Drug dealers, robbers, stealers, burglars, you know, anything that had to do with criminal activity, man, you know. That's what you saw every day. You know, in my environment in the 60s.
And
So
you're in the sports at this time, right?
yeah, I'm in the sports.
All right, so let's do it like this because it's going to open up some topics of conversation. You did do a bid in 1985.
Facts.
How old were you when you went in during that time?
I got certified as an adult. So I was 17.
Damn. So you went in at 17, 85.
Yeah.
What was that charge to get you however much time you got?
It was it was aggravated robbery.
Aggravated robbery. And that was for the simple fact that you needed some money, or you just doing what the other boys doing, or you was like, what,
No. I never ever did anything that nobody else did.
there you go.
You know, what I did was to try and provide for the household,
Yeah.
right? Because like I said, you know, shit, you know, it's kind of like when the father's absent, right?
Yeah.
Who's up next?
Oh yeah.
It's the male figure of the house, whether you're young or whether you old.
Yeah.
Somebody has to step up, right?
Without question.
And that was me. And so shit, my thing was this, I didn't have the patience to sell drugs because it didn't come fast enough. You know, I'm like the commercial, I need my money now.
Man, talk about it.
You know, so I picked up robbery.
This is a convenience store?
No.
Home and
Who put you on game? As
Who
far
put
as
me on game as far as
robbing? Like, how did you just?
That's what we was known for in West Dallas.
Okay.
It was for aggravated robbery. You know, it wasn't to rob the next guy to you because that money wasn't insured, right?
Yeah.
And so I was brought up in the robbery game the right way. You don't rob your neighbor because the money is not insured. And another reason you don't rob your neighbor because you're gonna see him again.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
A lot of people used to justify that. You rob a store, a bank, something like that, because the money's insured. There's no real losses that's being taken. It's gonna get, you know, you're gonna get it back. I'm gonna put in the neighborhood. So they'll use that as saying, all right, well, I won't rob my neighbor and take what he got, but I'll go hit this spot over here that has, I know, the FDIC protecting it, or this building that got this. So I understand. So how much time did they give you that first time? Because is this your first offense?
I mean, it's the first time I've been caught. Put it
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. First. Yeah.
Yeah. First time I've been caught. So I went to juvenile, to be exact. I was a juvenile when I did the crime, right?
Mhm.
And, you know, I was picked up and put in the juvenile facility, man. And little inside secret, I don't know if y'all familiar with the county commissioner, John Wilder Price.
Oh yeah. We actually sat down with him.
Okay. Well, that's a close friend of the family, right?
Yeah.
So I never seen any days in the juvenile facility.
Damn, that's real.
soon as I would go to juvenile, he would get a call and show up at the juvenile facility, and guess what? Sign, I'm gone.
So he's a friend of the family, though.
Very, very close friend.
So somebody makes a phone call saying, "Oh, they didn't picked up."
Yes.
Okay.
Rodney's in juvenile. Can you look into it?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So, you know, the judge said, "Oh, you know, John Wilder Price, your uncle? Of course.
Okay.
Well, you being released today."
And I'm just curious about that. You know, he had to go sit down for a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Did you have any part of protection in that?
You gotta remember when he went when he went and sit down, right?
Yeah.
I was already sitting down for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I had already been put on the shelf when he was going through his trial.
Yeah.
You know, did I watch it? Yeah. Did I have any advice for him? No.
So and he's in and real quick, where did you serve that when you got the juvenile? Where were you supposed to go to? Like to a boys' home?
Yeah,
But-
they was talking about sending me to Brownwood.
Okay,
which
yeah.
would be what was it? TYC?
Yeah, TYC.
Didn't happen.
Okay, there you go. Boom. He said, all right. So and it's crazy because sometimes that make you feel like you untouchable out here. You know, sometimes you 17, you impressed. You make you feel like, hey man, shit, I'm untouchable out here. I can move around.
Ain't no doubt.
So all right, so you got a little chip on your shoulder. This is 85. You still providing for your family, I'm assuming. You're
Yes.
still going through the motions.
Yes.
Now, there's a situation where, you know, because this is going to preface the whole interview as far as kind of how we speak, where you got a life sentence. Now, in regards to your life sentence, of course, a crime has to take place. And can you at least speak on what happened for you to get that life sentence? And therefore, again, this is going to shape the character of this whole interview.
So, okay, this is what happened, man. And you gotta remember, I went to the juvenile facility for aggravated robbery, right? I was released. It's kind of like on your personal reconnaissance, you know, okay, but it doesn't go away. All you did was get released. You still have to go back to court, right?
Right.
So I go back to court, and I wind up getting locked up again in the juvenile facility. Why? Because they gave me a juvenile probation that I didn't live down. As soon as I was released probation, it let me go home, and guess what? I said, fuck probation, right?
Damn.
So I didn't complete the probation.
How long was the probation for?
I can't remember, the shit was so long.
Damn. Okay. Go.
So anyway, man, I get the juvenile probation, right? And the reason why I didn't complete the probation is because they wanted me to move out of the projects. They wanted me to move into a 4-bedroom house across Hamilton in West Dallas, right? And I moved for a little bit, but I wind up coming back to the project, so I didn't complete the probation, right?
Yeah.
So they wind up putting me back inside the juvenile hall, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be there. Real spill. So they had a NWA concert that was in Dallas. Never forget, NWA concert was in Dallas. So I partnered with another dude that was in the juvenile. I said, man, we got to get out of this bitch. So we conjured up a plan. And I said, you know what? When we go into the room, we're going to take the key. So, you know, in the attempt to take the key, we got it, took it from the lady, and it's a 2-door process. You got to go in. You got to open the first door and the second door, right?
Yeah.
We opened the first door, unsuccessful on the second door, right?
Damn.
So now everybody's pissed off. The judge, the people in the juvenile, everybody's pissed off.
Gotta
right? This ain't no fucking juvenile. This is an adult, right? Because he's making adult moves. He's trying to fucking escape. So anyway, man, they transferred me to adult court.
Yeah.
So now I'm being escorted from the juvenile to fucking loose stereo court.
Yeah.
Now I'm being tried as an adult, right? So I leave the juvenile and they put me in the fucking government center, the worst fucking jailhouse in Dallas County.
Mm.
So I'm already on the tank with fucking robbers, rapists,
Oh yeah.
people that's done been to prison. I never been. And I'm on this motherfucker at 17.
Damn.
You know, with everything under the sun, right? And they run me through the court, man. Finally, I get a bond, which I was released on a personal reconnaissance bond, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we going back to what you said, though. I feel like I'm untouchable. So I'm back in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Well-known figure in West Dallas. So I'm back at the park where all the hustlers at, right? And we doing what we do, which is robbery. You know, we rob. That's what we do. We known for that. You know.
At the time, how many robberies like a month did you try to pull off?
Oh, it wasn't no. It's whenever my motherfucking pocket go flat.
Damn. Re-up time. Yeah, I hear you.
It's like, you know, that's
no
my
quota.
that's my job.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, okay, a motherfucking car need a motor in it. It's time to go to work.
Yeah.
You know,
when it breaks down is when it's time to go get it.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the shop. I already know it's paid for. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna pay for it. One of these businesses gonna pay for it. And that was my mindset, right? So man, I get caught up. You know, I get caught up. And I got caught up and what happened, they gave me an 8-year probation. It was deferred. I don't know if y'all familiar with the deferred adjudicated probation.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. I'm in the streets, but my case is still open.
Facts.
Right? So I got deferred adjudicated with the hopes of me living it down and me not having a record.
Right.
Didn't happen. Wasn't gonna happen.
So you're back active. I'm just curious. So like a situation comes about to where, again, a life sentence is, you know, well, normally it's a life for a life. So is this a situation where someone's life was taken? Someone's life was in danger? Like what was the scenario in which that case or the situation gave you a life sentence?
Anytime you commit an aggravated robbery, I don't care what kind of aggravated robbery it is, somebody's always in danger. You, the person that's being robbed, you know, it's the reason why they name it aggravated.
Yeah. Because
it's a weapon involved, right? And crazy as this may sound, you know, people used to be scared to go rob with me.
Why? Well,
because I had a motto when we go put work in. And I said, it's not aggravated robbery, somebody gets shot. And they be like, Hollywood, you crazy as fuck. We get the money and you still shoot them. That's what make it aggravated robbery. Because if you get arrested, that's what they're going to charge you with.
Might as well.
You might as well shoot somebody.
Damn.
And I know it's fucked up, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But, so wait, you would be successful with a robbery and say, I gotta pop you out of the way because
I got to hear it.
So when you would go on a robbery, how would it start out? Would you did someone have to get hit right when you would walk in? Cause like I had a partner, he say, well, you getting one off top.
Oh no. See, I ain't no damn fool like that. I come to get the money.
Okay.
You know, me shooting you without the money is hustling backwards. Oh no.
So not shot, just like hit, maybe pistol whipped or something.
Oh no,
like
you know, it got to be a reason for me to put that butt of that pistol on you.
Okay.
Now, if you follow orders, you're gonna make it through that process. If you follow orders. You know, but at the end of the day, I got to unload though.
Have you ever tied somebody up?
I don't have no need to tie nobody up. I'm coming to get the money. I don't give a damn if you loose or not.
Damn.
You know, I'm in charge when I come in the building.
So how much do you know about the money that's there, each situation that you go into? Like, you know where the money is, how to get it?
That's my job.
Oh, okay.
Just
so
like
planning goes into it.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm saying, you see how y'all?
Yeah, you an adult for real. This nigga planning like a mother.
That's my motherfucking job. You know, the safe and inside any hotel is always in the manager's office, and it's bolted to the floor on 4 motherfucking 2x4s with the deep screws through it, right? So I need to know who the manager is. I can't do nothing with no fucking cashier. Who is the manager? I need to talk to him. And when they don't obey, that's when they get one to the head with the butt. See, that's when the violence come in. See, you can't, ain't no understanding if ain't no violence.
Facts.
All that shit is gonna do is hold you up because they're gonna try to save the company's money.
Right. So you start off with violence, like just to show them. If they're not cooperative.
Yes, if you're not cooperating, so you asking for this shit. I'm only coming to get the money.
Yeah. Why even put your life on the line? Go home to your family.
Yeah, don't try me anyway. You can try the motherfucker that's coming in faking. I'm coming to get the money for real.
Damn.
So,
and I'm curious real quick. Right now, it's hard to do that now because there's a lot of surveillance, CCTV everywhere. Back then in the 80s, it wasn't a lot of surveillance, was it? Or like, would you still go in masked up or?
Man, look.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious because like,
no. This is what I'm saying.
80s though.
This is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. Mask. I ain't putting no more. I ain't got time for all that shit. Mask. I ain't putting no mask on. And the reason why I ain't putting no mask on, you gotta remember, this is the 80s, bro.
Yeah, but
they got fucking VCRs and one camera in the corner. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So when I take care of the business, I'm taking all that shit with me. I'm putting the motherfucking camera down. I'm putting the VCR in the trash bag. Everything going with me.
You're not worried about the person seeing you in line and putting you in the lineup.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If I walk up to you with a motherfucking Chrome 357 in your face, and when it's in your face, that fucking barrel is this big.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna remember me?
Nah, I remember that barrel.
Exactly.
I remember that barrel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we ain't never worrying about who's seen us, But the thing about it though is, like I said, man, I didn't go in bullshit. Yeah. And I didn't take a lot of time. I'm coming to get the money and I'm gone. And that's just what that was.
So at which point did you, was there a certain scenario in which you got caught by the laws as far as to even, to get to the sentence? Like, was there one robbery that just didn't go right?
No robbery that didn't go right here. We just got to wait.
So it's the time that they come knock on your door, like, or did somebody snitch?
No, man. Listen, man. This is fucked up.
Yeah, talk about it.
As crazy as it may sound, right? And when I wasn't robbing, I didn't even have a pistol with me. I was the average motherfucking Joe. It's only when I go broke, when I turn Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Only when I go broke. But if you catch me on an average day, guess what? I'm clean, just like I am now. I don't see no need for a pistol, right?
You weren't flossing? You weren't driving out on gold BBSs on the Volvo or nothing?
Nah, I ain't got time for that shit, man. Because I learned at a young age, right? I never ever went to clubs when I was growing up. Because my pops always told me, why in the fuck you giving them your money? All they doing is playing loud music and you got hoes in there shaking their ass. You can get that when they come out of the club. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So as far as the robbery going bad, man, what happened was is real spirit right here. And I can remember like this shit was yesterday, right?
Oh, man, let's talk about it.
So we robbed a restaurant, man. And you gotta remember, I'm young, man, so everything went. I don't give a fuck what it is. If it wasn't nailed down, I'm coming in. So we robbed a restaurant, right? And I go through the motherfucking drive-through. You know what? I'm the reason why they put that motherfucking thing up on the drive-through now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got to block a nigga from coming through that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the reason why they put that bitch up. That spinner thing now. Yeah, I'm the reason why they put that up. Cause when they want to slide open, that's me standing on the side. As soon as that motherfucker open, hey, hold up, here we go, bag up. And at that time, I wasn't weighing 225 like I am now.
Yeah.
6'2". So it's easy. So I'm gonna slither through that bitch and I'm coming through the window.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
man, one night, man, it wasn't a robbery gone bad. It was just motherfucker area was hot, right? And we knock a restaurant down, man, and next thing you know, we peel off, and I heard the motherfucking the motherfucking eagle in the sky, the chopper.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? And back then, guess what they had on your hip? They had beepers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my fucking beeper is blowing up, right? My beeper blowing up. It's the same woman that's in my life now is calling me. So I hear Reverend pull over at a payphone. I said, what's up? She said, please tell me that them people not looking for you. I said, I ain't know what you're talking about. She said, they got that shit all over the fucking news. All over the Channel 11 news, right? And in my mind, I said, yeah, they looking for me, but I ain't nowhere to be found, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, man, long story short, man, they pulled me over one day.
This is another day.
Yeah.
Whole different day. Okay, yeah.
They pulled me over one day, right? And remember I told you they gave me the probation.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm on the probation and they asked for my fucking ID.
Damn.
But I ain't doing shit right now. So I gave them my ID, right? And they look it up and the motherfucker said, oh shit, you got a warrant out for your arrest. I said, for what? For probation violation.
Oh,
right? And I go to jail and never seen daylight again.
Man, so just getting pulled over on a random traffic stop, they violate your probation. So they've been looking for you.
Yeah, for probation violation.
And you, of course, get picked up. You never see the daylight again. That means you go in and you got to face trial for this shit. Or for everything that you kind of,
yes,
you got to face everything now.
Yeah.
So you go to trial?
Yeah, I went to trial because you know what? They got a lot of jailhouse lawyers in that motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just got out of motherfucking prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they said, damn, youngster, you don't want to go, you take that shit to trial, right? And so here I am, I'm listening to them. I know I'm guilty as fuck. And I said, well, fuck it. I'm gonna take them to trial. They offered me 35 years.
Damn.
For the robbery, right? Because like I said, what happened was is they reopened the case and on the deferred adjudicated. And they said, well, you know, if you get found guilty, oh, you stand a chance at getting a life sentence, right? So, but my nuts this big because I've been getting away, right? And I'm on a tank with all these motherfucking jailhouse lawyers. Man, fuck that shit. Take it to court, take it to court, take it to court. So, okay, my tough ass took it to court. And I got found guilty, man.
Well, I'm just curious. Were you surprised you were found guilty?
Yeah, actually, I was surprised because they didn't have no evidence to put me at the crime. And all the witnesses said that the individuals that robbed the fast food joint had one goal too, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I was broke as a motherfucker. State appointed lawyer, you know.
Yeah, that's what get it done.
Yeah,
right,
but see, that's why I say the average street nigga can't show you $10,000 and ask me how I know, because I was one of them street niggas that couldn't show you $10,000.
When I needed it at the time.
Yeah, when I needed it at the time, I done fucked it all out. So now I'm in jail with a bullshit ass state appointed lawyer, and he did his best. That's all I can say. But the reason why I know they didn't have shit, because they said the person that committed the robbery had one goal too, which I did, right? But I had 3 other more gold tools too to go with the shit.
Damn.
But the person they said committed the robbery had one goal too. That was my only way out. Of course, that motherfucking judge say.
So, hold on, wait. So both lawyers give a closing argument.
Yes.
Who gave the better one? Your lawyer or the state's lawyer?
The state.
Damn. So he just did a better job.
Yeah.
From when. Damn.
So they buried me.
Damn.
And they asked me if I want the judge to sentence me or the jury to sentence me, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that shit of Starz still playing in my head. So I said, you know what? Give it to the jury. Worst mistake of my whole fucking life.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. The jury, who was it? The women, men, white, black? Like from what you remember, who was it mostly? Just remember a bunch of women, black men, white women?
Of course it was motherfucking predominantly white.
Predominantly white. Was it more majority women or men? Men. So knowing that was your jury, you put your faith in their hands versus, was it a white judge? I'm assuming. I know where
No.
Oh, go ahead.
It's gonna fuck you up.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you. And it's a known figure judge, right?
Man,
it was a well-known figure judge that fucks over blacks. R.I.P. right now because he's dead. Fucking Larry Baraka.
Oh man.
Have anyone of y'all heard of him?
I have not heard that name, no.
Never?
Never.
Well, he the motherfucker that'll take something out of his pocket as far as change and throw it up in the air and say, whatever I put out of my pocket, this how much time you get.
Damn.
So if he took the change out of his pocket, a quarter, and flip it in the air and bring it back down, that means you getting 25 years.
Damn.
Right? Everybody in Dallas, Texas know Larry Baraka.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I'm about to look him up for myself. I gotta look at his history.
hate it.
So you knew not to go with him. You knew like basically he's that
I
random.
knew not to fuck with him. Right? And shit, that motherfucker came, the jury came back, and the motherfucker say, well, they went through their spiel and say, well, long story short, shit, we sentence you to life.
Damn, man.
Yeah. So there I went. Now I'm sitting in the motherfucking county jail and with the big red clown nose on.
Yeah.
Cause all these motherfuckers laughing at me now. You know.
You're 21 at this time.
I ain't even 21.
Oh, you're not even, damn.
I'm fucking 19.
Yeah, so you're 19. So when they throw that life sentence at you, I'm just curious, do you process it? Like, do you process what it is? Like,
what you process?
Nah, 19, hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no.
All I could do was guess what?
One foot in front of you.
Huh?
Just one foot in front of you and just
it was dark, man. Everything in front of me was dark.
Was your mama there?
No. Ain't no mama. Mama got killed in 81.
Oh, man.
Mama got murdered in 81.
Damn.
So,
condolences.
Life sentence, 19. Can I process it? Hell no. But I didn't act like they thought I was gonna act. So they put me back on the elevator, take me back upstairs. I got all type of fucking laws, around me, whatever, man, but I'm trying to hold a persona up, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, but inside I'm fucked up. My whole inside is fucked up, So I go back upstairs to the tank, man, but in the dark, guess what I'm asking myself? Where is mama? Ain't no mama.
Nah, for real.
And I'm crying like a motherfucker.
Man, that's some real shit.
I'm crying, but I ain't letting them people on that fucking tank see me cry.
Yeah.
So that's where the life sentence come from, man.
There's always a stigma in which we talk to a lot of people who've done time where they expect from what they see either in movies or what they told from people who already been to prison, came back home, of how you're supposed to act like the first day you get in there, first week, stand your ground, hit somebody when you walk in. You're 19 and you're going to an adult prison. First of all, where did they send you first and foremost? Let's talk about it. Where'd you go off the rip?
You gotta remember, I don't get the life sentence on the second trip.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Right?
You're right.
I've not already been to prison, so I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Now, we want to go back to 85. That first trip was where they sent every youngster at, the Ferguson unit.
So you went to Ferguson unit as a youngster.
Yeah.
On the first trip.
On the first trip.
Since this is your second bit, tell me how because again, everyone, I'm just curious. For you, your first day in, like, once they close them doors, they process, you kind of see who you're about to see for the next however many years. How did you handle the first day in?
On that first trip, right? I was terrified. Not because of what I knew, is because what I didn't know. This motherfucker's lit up, man. And it's the sounds, the sounds and sights of what you're seeing. And
you're the first person to ever say that, man. The sounds.
Yeah, the sounds and sights of what you're seeing is scary.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the motherfucking jungle and you human and all these fucking animals out here. You out of your motherfucking zone. This ain't your habitat, right? So I'm hearing all this shit, right? And this I'm not saying that it's crazy, but reality sets in,
Yeah.
And it's like, nigga, you made it. No, nigga, you been made it. You made it. Your bed was made when you was doing what you was doing in the street. So the fear of another man inside of prison, that shit wasn't imposed on me, right? I never ever feared another man because I always know I can protect myself at all times, right? But it was the fear of the people.
You're like what, 6'2" at this time? About how much you weigh? Like,
no, I wasn't no 6'2".
Oh, you weren't there yet?
No, I'm probably 5'10".
5'10".
165.
Oh man.
Soaking wet. 3 goals in my mouth.
Oh
And my skin is a lot lighter.
yeah. Looking the part.
Yeah, looking the part to niggas that's in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this nigga chow time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, most niggas gonna say, all them niggas weren't looking at me like that, but they looking. They
Yeah.
just ain't saying nothing. You know, and niggas was looking, because that's what they do.
Yeah, do niggas say like whatever nigga want to pose, what he want to like, you know, bully, whatever you want to do. Do niggas like when the nigga get in prison? Are niggas friendly like that? Like approaching niggas that are brand new the day of, like multiple niggas coming like put like this: if a nigga that goes to prison right now today, does he expect to have to talk to niggas the moment he gets in there? Like just I got to start talking to niggas.
Being as though, man, I can kind of speak for that because I only been out 11 years now, right?
Yeah.
So it's way more friendly now. Super friendly. If you don't want to talk to a motherfucker, you ain't got to.
Yeah.
You know, you can just get your shit and go to your cell. You ain't never got to come out.
Yeah.
You know, but it's in your best interest to come out unless you want to start it there. But as far as somebody approaching you, nah, ain't nobody doing that shit. But then when I went, oh yeah, they want to know about you.
Damn.
You know, they want to know where you from, how much time you got.
Okay.
You know, what you gonna do? In other words, the term was used with this when I was there, man. Can you fight? And if you, of course, if you say yeah, you're gonna get tested then.
Right there.
Okay, if you say no, well, here you go, nigga. This is what I need when you go to commissary right here. You know, it was such thing. It was a saying where it was like, you gonna fight, you gonna fuck, or you gonna bust a 60.
Yeah.
And that meant if you agree to them terms, then you a hoe.
Damn.
You get whatever you got coming. And there was a lot of niggas in there will fuck you. Straight up.
How did the debt system work? Like where you owe a nigga, like, hey, I'm gonna give you this, now you owe me. Like how did that work? Or if you don't pay back, like it seemed like and I ain't been in. I might have seen county, but I ain't been in no prison.
I'm gonna give it to you.
So yeah, how does do niggas do shit to make a nigga owe them? Like, hey, I'm gonna give you this up front because you don't know better, but now you owe me.
Yes, that shit is real. You know,
I heard a story. Nigga say a nigga put a Snicker in a nigga bed or some shit like that, and then if the nigga eat the Snicker, then he got him.
yeah, because you know. The thing about it though, man, is when you go down there, right? You ain't got no money on the book until somebody send you something.
Facts.
So you practically broke, you know. and that hustle from the street, it don't count down there, because you don't know how to hustle. You're in a whole new environment, right? So you have to be taught how to hustle down here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, niggas would trick you like that. Hey, homie, you hungry? Of course they gonna say yeah, because you hungry.
Yeah.
You know, niggas get hungry in that bitch.
Yeah.
And they gonna serve you. No, you can't. They already know you can't pay them back. You know, so you know they gonna let the time pass by. They let the time pass by, and now you gonna get approached.
Damn.
You know, and they were like, say, man, but it's like interest now. The shit done went up.
Without you signing off on it. You
exactly. So now that one suit, that motherfucker done turned into 20.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And you know you ain't got no money, so you can't pay it, right? And that's what you gonna get asked. Well, you know you owe me, right? Yeah, I know I owe you one suit. No, nigga, you owe me 20. But man, I can't pay it. Yeah, you can pay it. How the fuck I'm gonna pay it? Now this is the nigga that's like booty. You know? Yeah, you got something that you can pay it with, you know, and you lame as fuck. You still going through the motion, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you fall for it, nigga say, man, fall in my house, I'll holler at you. Come to my cell, I'll talk to you. You don't know no better.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go right in that cell and it's over with for you.
Is this a game that old niggas will play on young niggas that
Exactly.
Damn.
Old niggas gonna get, hey man, listen to this. I ain't met an old nigga that haven't got a young nigga since I was there.
Damn.
Them niggas are expert booty bandits. And that's facts. You know, and that was the game. You know?
Yeah, now the fact that you said, and they don't even know it, they'll give it to you up front and wait. Not tell you next day, and you know,
No, they
they'll
gonna
wait. Shit, we can wait days, weeks, months, and
Yes.
then tell you, you know, your shit from that last.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did normally, and this again is of course, you know, you got every race in prison. Did you see normally blacks taking advantage of Mexicans and whites, or whites taking advantage of blacks? In this scenario, like when you come in just fresh meat, was it blacks taking advantage of blacks? Like, did it stay within you know, black people, or did it go like, hey, nah, you see that new white boy, that new Mexican, blacks is on it, or just it's all over the place?
Look, a white boy, Mexican, and other races ain't never ran shit. Never ran shit. Blacks create all the rules.
Damn.
They create every rule that's in prison, right? So as far as whoever gets charged up when they come to the door, it's gonna be by a black. You know, come on, man. Do you see a white boy come to you and say, hey, you gonna ride?
Nah,
As a
nah.
black man.
After the 80s, nah.
Oh, Nick, man.
60s, 70s, I could tell you, yeah, they probably still on that, you know, on that mentality.
Yeah.
But after the 80s, nah.
No, they ain't coming to no black and ask them, you know, what they gonna do. Because the weakest black can whoop the strongest white.
Nick.
You know, so they gonna get out of the way. You know, it's gonna always be a black coming to you. You know, it's kind of like, man, it's like when you putting in work in the world, right? And you transition to prison, everybody's putting in work. So the strongest motherfucker in the world become the weakest motherfucker in prison. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Nobody is, because it's like no rules against nobody. Everybody gets tried.
Ain't no social standard, ain't no
Ain't
middle.
none of that shit.
It's just
None of that. You ain't coming in with no respect. I'm no fucking crip. I don't give a fuck what you is.
yeah, it's man to man.
I'm looking at you as a bitch.
Yeah.
And this is what that is.
What's one of the worst things you seen while you was down?
One of the worst things. One of the worst things I seen while I was down, right? So it was a time to have free weights, universal weights in prison.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, motherfucker was big, bro. Nobody was small. You know, and on top of that, they brought the supplements in, which was creatine, worst mistake they could have ever made.
What's that? A food sample?
No, creatine, something to enlarge your body
Oh shit. Okay.
to make you get bigger and stronger,
Damn.
right?
They don't have that no more, do they?
No, and this is the reason why they took it out. I'm gonna give you that reason why they took it out, because dudes were getting big, man. They was getting bigger than the officers,
Oh hell yeah.
right? And they started taking advantage of the weaker inmates. So you have motherfuckers that like to rape dudes, right?
Yeah.
So if you a small figure dude and this motherfucker weigh 230, 245, deadlifting 600 pounds, what's your defense against him?
I gotta kill you. I mean,
You got to kill him.
you gotta kill it.
Yeah, you're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna kill him or you're gonna let him fuck you. Right?
Right.
And most dudes that go to prison ain't no fucking killers. They only killers in the street.
That part.
They not gonna stab nobody.
Yeah,
in
long
prison.
range, gun shooting, none personal.
Yeah, they not
Prison,
gonna,
you gotta get personal.
up and close. Ain't no running from this shit. Right? So they know. And it's you know, nobody wants to stab nobody in prison because you can't run and hide.
Yeah.
You know, there's a penalty for that shit too, and nobody wants to face that. You know, so that's the worst thing, man.
Damn.
There was a lot of dudes that got fucked, man, but not on their accords though.
So they stopped it because of like just the overpowered men were overpowering younger, just men, based on who was in the officers.
And officers. Nobody could control the bigger inmates. If you get a major use of force on an inmate, you can't take me down.
Yeah.
because I'm way bigger than you. So they took the creatine out of the system and they took the free weights out and they only left the weights on the rec yard, which is the universal set. It's the whole, the set that's tied to it.
Yeah.
What, where you can reach your maximum, size, but you can't get big as if you was lifting free weights like in the world.
Exactly. So the worst thing you seen was
that? No.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Now you about to explain what it was.
The worst thing I've seen, man, besides that was my homeboy got stabbed in the day room. And
did he deserve it? From what you know?
I ain't never seen a man that did deserve to die in prison for motherfuckers sticking.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
somebody you knew. This your partner.
It's a personal friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
And he got into an altercation, man. And 90% of the time when you get in an argument, and if you don't move first, that means you'll be the first one to die. Yeah. Because you know where you're at. And when somebody says this is what's gonna happen, and you don't move, then that shit is gonna happen to you.
You said it's like 90% of the time. You said
90%.
Damn.
Because it's like I said, man, it was then there was a lot of killers in there.
So when people make threats in prison, it's best likely to take it serious.
Yeah,
there ain't no light threats.
No. You either take care of them or they're gonna take care of you.
Shit.
And he was new, and he got into an altercation. That's what I tell you. That shit from the street don't work in here. That shit don't travel with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to do what you say you're gonna do. It's like bringing a motherfucking knife to a gunfight. Who you think gonna win?
Come on now.
Exactly.
Come on.
What's the worst thing that you had to do while you was down there?
The worst thing I had to do?
Yeah.
The worst thing I had to do, man, was do what I just described.
What part of that?
That motherfucker, I had to put him off, break his plate.
Yeah.
I had to send a motherfucker home to whoever he belonged to.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna say it was the worst thing I had to do, because if I don't do it, I'm not doing this.
No, facts. And I gotta ask you, because overall, in 25 years, again, you got a life sentence.
Yeah.
And this is in general. How did you survive? And this is Ferguson unit and any other units you was at?
Yeah.
It's pretty much all Ferguson that you did?
No, I was on two other units.
How did you survive? If you were just to give a blanket statement as far as for 25 years, how did you make it through? Because again, you still sit here, you look healthy, mind intact. I'm sure you've seen solitary. I'm sure you've seen the worst of the worst of all the prisons. What did you do to survive overall?
The saying is true. Mind over matter. Right?
Okay.
You put the matter to the side and you work on the mind, because the mind is what controls the body, right?
Yeah.
And what helped me survive was I cut the world off.
Did you cut inmates off? Were you to yourself?
No.
Or you
No.
Okay, so you cut the world off.
Yes.
So outside world don't exist.
Yes.
Brothers, sisters, hope y'all doing good.
Yeah.
Like hope y'all, mama already gone.
Yeah.
Daddy, I don't know where he at, but hope y'all doing good. Girl, whatever female you was talking to, y'all good. This is your world now.
Facts.
And you, like you said, you weren't to yourself, so that means you're running some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you created a system for you to pass time.
You are in a system.
Already in the system.
You're in a system. You just have to learn the politics of the system, right? And it's not easy for everybody to learn the politics of the system. What I mean by politics of the system, except that you're not going back home for a long time, man. Get that shit out of your head. You can't be in two places at one time. You can, but in there, it ain't good for you, because you're going to wind up taking psychotic drugs and you're going to be fucked, right? So, life sentence, right? A lot of dark days.
You have any appeals? Are you throwing appeals out there? Or
All that shit got exhausted.
Oh, damn.
I did what I did.
So wait, so you had some appeals in life.
Yeah, I
you
mean that. I appealed the shit.
Yeah, that gets you some hope. At least a glimmer of hopefully this appeal might go through. Something may happen. Maybe the judge was corrupt or something to keep you kind of hoping that you might get something. You know, Lord might come on your side and say, "Here."
Who?
I won't say the Lord.
Who
God.
you say?
I said, God, mate.
God.
He don't exist.
Not in this motherfucking situation.
Ooh, man. So you saying those who go into prison religious could lose all that based on the world that's set up.
Exactly.
Damn.
Because, listen to this. No offense for people that has faith and believe in God and all that, right? But it's Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
He took him to the cross, thorns on the head, bleeding from head to toe, right?
Yeah. At 33 years old.
Exactly. On this earth. He walked this earth, right?
Mm.
And all that shit happened to him. If I'm God, I'm not coming back down to fucking with nobody. Y'all figure it out. I heard the prayers, but they ain't gonna be answered. Because I'm not coming back down here. Y'all blew it, in other words. So, and that's no offense to people that believe in that. But when you're in a situation, man, it's self-preservation is the first law of nature now. Because the parole board, the people in prison, meaning inmates, they don't give a fuck about no God, bro. You living with rapists, killers, murderers. You think they pray before they break in your motherfucking cell and steal all of your shit? Ain't nobody praying down here. Ain't nobody doing none of that.
They say that prison, they treat people worse than animals. What do you say to that?
In some scenarios, they do. But I've never ever seen a man didn't put himself in a position to get treated like that.
Right.
And you got a lot of people that hate TDC officers, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not one of them.
Oh, you didn't have no COs
that I hated?
Yeah.
Nah.
Did you befriend them at least in cordial conversation?
I had to.
Yeah.
These are my people.
Yeah. This is the system.
These are my people. But you have to learn that. That's what I meant. This is the shit that you have to learn.
Mm.
I can't hate you because you the motherfucker that's feeding me. Right?
Yeah.
Female, I can't hate you because you're gonna be the motherfucker that I'm trying to fuck. Right?
And why fuck that up?
Yeah. So, but people that's coming down there with the hate mentality of COs as if they the one that put them there. But on the back end of that shit, if you don't rob that store, you don't come into my world.
That's real. Did you ever have a relationship with a CO? When I say relationship, I mean like an ongoing situation.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Oh, come on. Yeah. 25 years. We're going to make it rhetorical.
Okay.
No, hey, it's funny. We had a dude that came here. Shout out Finesse Kenny. He said he did a little time. He had a situation with a CO. The husband found out about it, and was like threatened to kill him. Somehow, I don't know. He actually had a plot to kill him in jail. Like he actually was going through it. He heard about the plot, and I guess he got a verdict. But that's how serious his relationship with that person was.
Yeah.
Did you have a situation where it's CEO and then nigga, you ain't going nowhere, but she had something outside that might come in and fuck up what y'all got going on?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna happen. So female get to say your name and
but
outside of
I will say this though, man. I can't not say what a person didn't do or what he did do, right? But on a unit, it's probably 2,200 men on the unit, right?
Yeah. And
each shift, as far as female, if it's fully staffed, right, you might have 25, 30 females on the ranch, right? And it take a special dude to convince a motherfucker to fuck with you when you ain't got nothing. Right?
Right. That's facts.
And everybody ain't gonna have no female. Right?
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't got what it takes.
Yeah.
And that's the part I was telling you about, the political part of it. You have to learn that. I don't give a fuck how fucking handsome you is, or fucking how big you is, none of that shit, because I done seen the ugliest nigga with the baddest bitch on the unit.
Damn. And what does it take any outside source? Like, hey, I'm gonna have somebody outside put some money in your bank account. We're gonna make, like, does it take a lot, or just take good game? Every situation is different.
You can't have the motherfucking cursive gal.
Facts.
You can't have the cursive gal. You got to really have a gift of gal to get a motherfucker to fuck out $2,600 a month to fuck with you, and you don't have a dime.
Man.
Right? And I've been on the internet 12 times.
She's not been on the internet 12 times, just running it up. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Is married CEOs easier than women who don't have a ring on their finger?
Man, a woman is a woman, man. It don't give a fuck if they married or not. It's the same.
So it don't matter who, like, hey, married or not.
It's the same way like in the world. A motherfucker would cheat. It's more easy for them to cheat with me in prison than to cheat in the free.
That's what I'm saying. I would think a married woman would be easy to. This just makes more sense. You already got your at home, your nigga taking care of things.
Yeah.
I'm just something at work.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, it's the same as if you was in the world.
That's true.
What I mean by that is that we can be on Mars. If a woman like you, she gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's that's what I'm saying. It's the same way in the world. When she come through the door, she got 3,200 motherfuckers she can like.
She get the pickings.
Imagine that. And ain't none of these niggas went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas do push-ups all day, sit-ups all day, pull-ups all day, play basketball all day. So these niggas is everything that they look at in the magazine.
Did you ever have to sit in solitary?
What?
These questions may sound rhetorical, but we're gonna get there. How much time was your most time you've done in solitary?
In one stint, probably 45 days, because I was under investigation.
We talked to a young guy who was he did a long time in solitary. He's like, you gotta be, when you in solitary and there ain't nobody to talk to except for a CEO that might serve you some food, you gotta talk to yourself while you in there, because otherwise you may lose your mental. You gotta have something to count bricks, something in repetition to keep you going. How did you get through your solitary time for yourself, as far as what you do to get past it?
I did a lot of push-ups, sit-ups. I ain't gonna say I read no books, so that'd be a damn lie. I looked out the window, because there's a window right there in the solitary I was in, right?
Okay.
And I wrote fucking kites. And a kite is fucking letters.
Yeah.
But it was going to fucking female CEOs in population.
Yeah, but I say, how did you get the kite out in solitary?
I got partners that work back there.
Okay.
So my shit didn't stop.
Okay.
You know.
Did you have access to books and so, like?
Yeah, but I ain't got time for no book. I mean, fuck a book. I read that shit later on down the line when right now I'm playing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm playing right now. I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm in solitary, but I'm in solitary for the game that I'm in. Right?
Yeah.
Which is I'm in investigation for an inappropriate relationship with an officer. But my thing is this. The officer's still in population. See, that's the game they played. You know?
Yeah.
The system played that game. We take him away from the population, then we work on who? The weaker part, which is the woman.
Yeah.
See, if we can get her to break, we got him.
Yeah.
Right?
So you away.
Yes. So that's the game they played. So I ain't got time to read books, because I still got to, I got to run a fucking organization back here. So I got to keep this shit on paper going to her, letting her know, hey, this is the next move.
Thanks. Whatever came of that situation?
I got out of that shit.
Okay. She said she still kept her job, or?
And yeah. And guess what happened? And when that happened,
the party continued?
No, yeah, it continued, but the shit that I was putting down was really put down. You know why? Because like, whoa, this nigga ain't doing no snitching.
Yeah, he actually solid and look at shit.
Yeah.
Get back to it.
Yeah, so I'm fucking with him. It's over for everybody else. I don't need nobody else.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So when they think they hurt you, they really helping you. But it all depends on who they fucking with. And, you know.
Did they ever try experiments on y'all that you feel like with food or like for your daily regimen? Like, we had somebody by the name of Sosa came in here and said he didn't have to eat what other inmates ate. He fucked when he wanted. He made it seem like a vacation or something.
Okay.
What as far as what did you like with food wise? Shit, man. Like, you know, is it?
Hold up, let's run that back. You said what?
Yeah, a guy came in here and said, man, he made it seem like from his standpoint, he had it together. He didn't have to eat the normal food that everybody ate. He fucked. He seemingly when he wanted, and he kind of ran. You know, he had a shit together in there. Basically, he didn't have to do what other inmates did. He was more. It was an easier ride. It seemed like I'm not gonna speak for him, but it seemed like an easier ride based on being able to do, you know, certain things. Not even eating what the normal niggas eat.
Okay. My first question, was he in Texas?
Ooh. Nah. He wasn't Texas. Detroit. He was somewhere up north.
Oh, I can't speak. I see. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I can't speak to that because I ain't never been in Detroit prison. Now, if he'd have been here, I'd have been the first person to tell me you a motherfucking lie.
Mm.
But you in Detroit, so you get a pass.
Yeah. So in Texas, is that bad? You don't have no special privilege. You have to eat. What is a? And I'm just saying this is just for new because people are on it now. This people I am a vegan. I don't eat, you know, protein. I don't eat meat. What can they do that? Come into prison, like they got an option to say I just want to eat vegan food. Like I want to eat just no meat, just the vegetables on the sides and shit.
Oh yeah, you got a privilege to eat what you want to eat because you get a tray when you go to child. They gonna give you a tray, but all the people I know that eat no fucking meat look like that fucking that tripod right there.
You die slowly, my nigga.
Yeah, you know, and they might try that shit 2 or 3 months. The next thing you know, when they have meat in the child, and then you pull up on them and say, "Damn, I thought she'd eat meat." He said, "Yeah, I tried that shit. It didn't work, man." Yeah, you ain't in no motherfucking free world where you can substitute that shit.
What was the biggest commodity in prison? Like, what was the biggest thing a nigga could sell in prison? Like, whether cigarettes, whether shit. I mean, what was the biggest thing like that's like, if you got it, it's gold.
Any kind of contraband, namely with me, because I possessed all that shit. You know, so I couldn't tell what sold better, what sold less, because I had all the shit.
Yeah.
You know, I had everything they had in the world.
Damn.
You know, from fucking I smoked more weed in prison than I did in the free world. And it's crazy because I don't even smoke out here.
Damn.
But I smoked in there. I smoke kush every fucking day.
So they had cushion there.
So but if I had to answer it, I'd say cigarettes. And the reason why cigarettes, why? Because everybody's stressing.
Is there any sympathy for a person to come in there and he complains, man, I'm depressed, or I got anxiety, or
Yeah, is it in a sympathy form?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he go there with the rest of them depressed ass niggas.
Oh, there's a group of them.
Yeah, it's a group of them niggas coming up with that weak ass shit, you know. But a motherfucker that's been in there and, you know, done adapt to it, I mean, you'll hear it, but you ain't no answer for that shit. You know, and it ain't too many motherfuckers patting you on the back. So it's gonna be all right. No, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you. You gotta do that shit. You got it. You gotta do it.
Damn.
You know.
Do y'all have access to magazines? I ain't gonna say porno mags, but like, you know.
Oh, they had them too for a minute.
Oh, yeah, back in the early 90s? What is this?
They had them in the early 90s and all this. Man, motherfuckers ain't, yeah, it was all right, but motherfucker ain't jacking off on no magazine. They jacking off on hoes now. They jacking off on the women.
On the bed.
Yeah, who wants to fight? Motherfucker want to see something moving.
Yeah, it's goddamn magazine.
You gonna put all that grease on your motherfucking hand and turn the page of the book?
For real. Said bring the female.
Yeah, we want the female, bring them through, man. You know, that's what that is. Ain't no, you know, I mean, then you get them new people say, man, y'all got any books? Books, nigga, please.
Yeah.
back to the robberies before you got in there. Did you ever feel like sorry for any of the victims or anything that when you committed your crimes?
They ain't sure.
Did you ever feel sorry?
The victim?
For the victim.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, I want you to be honest.
Nah. I ain't feel sorry for him. I ain't
in the way, huh?
I ain't yeah, you in that's just I'm just, I'm just here to do a job. That's the way I looked at it. And if you serve your purpose right, then it won't happen to you that happened to the last person. Although it's gonna happen anyway. So after I left there, right, I never got in the car and thought about those people. That's how fucked up I was.
Did you ever think about karma or anything like that?
Yeah, it was already on me.
I'm already broke. Listen, goddamn,
I'm already broke. Where the fuck this shit come from? I'm doing what I'm doing, trying to get the shit away.
Yeah,
so
shit.
yeah, I thought about it, man. But hindsight 2020. What you think about karma if you just went inside a motherfucking hotel and you got $30,000? What you gonna be thinking about the $30,000 or the karma?
Yeah, 30 grand on my mind like a motherfucker. On my mind.
Facts.
So I gotta ask, well, let's just stay on Ferguson unit for a second, because that's a big topic of conversation with the OG Percy's that we had Kryptonite up here.
Oh, we ain't tripping on that, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of people talking about Ferguson unit and the situation, and I must speak to Kryptonite's interview because he said there was a situation where Ferguson was from the 90s, the early 2000s, and then it switched up later. It seemed like at what time frame did you go to, were you in Ferguson unit?
Because when I came back, right, I went to Beto 1 first.
Yeah.
When I came back with the life sentence, right, I did 5 years over there.
Okay.
And they shipped me from Beto 1 for.
Where's Beto? Where's that at?
That's in Tennessee College.
Okay.
They shipped me from Beto 1 for participating in organized crime.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, I'm a fucking criminal. Simple as that.
From the boys' home.
Yeah.
You said, you've been organizing into some crime.
Exactly. I am an orchestrator.
Yeah.
So, or at least I'm not no fucking follower.
At least, for real. Y'all, it's trying to be something greater than.
Hey, no doubt.
Yeah.
So, I did 5 years over there, man, and I was shipped to Ferguson unit, and I did 10 over there.
This is from what to what? Would you say like what, 95?
From 90 to 95, I was on Beto.
Yeah.
And from then I was sent to the Ferguson unit for 10 years. Yeah. I stayed on that 10 years on this life sentence right here.
Yeah.
So to speak to that, what you just said, as far as the transition from physical to mental, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, more so, not saying the Ferguson unit have like a before and after, like the way it was until maybe some events happened to where they, all right, we got to switch it up. And it's a different Ferguson unit than what it was from, let's say, the early 90s going into like mid 2000s, stuff like that.
I have to say yes, because, it was a point in period of time where it was I call it a no layup rule policy. In other words, nobody was saving nobody. And you was getting tried and tested every day.
Damn.
And people didn't give a fuck about your reputation. Who are you? Well, I'm from, okay, well, I need to take a look at you to see if you're going to stand in solidarity with the blacks. I don't give a fuck about you, no Crip or no blood, none of that shit. Yeah. We don't care nothing about that. We want to know when it go down if you're going to be on the black side.
Yeah.
So, at some time and point, man, it moved away from that. And you had a lot of Crips and Bloods coming in, but they was only coming in, from my perspective, they still thought they was in the streets. They switched from the rags in the world to wearing fucking rosaries.
Oh, the rosaries meant something.
Yeah. The Bloods wore red rosaries and the Crips wore blue rosaries. But it wasn't never no action behind that shit. it's kind of like when they're in the world and how they clash and all that, and they throw up all these motherfucking fake ass sets and all that shit, right? But when they come down there, ain't no more throwing up no fucking sets. Ain't nobody busting nobody's head, or ain't no more ops and all that shit. All that shit disappear.
Man.
You know, you just one person, you know, and that respect shit didn't follow you, man. So I had to say yes, it switched over. You know, it got watered down. And
what for somebody coming on Ferguson unit, let's say 21 years old, committed armed robbery, didn't kill nobody, just committed armed robbery, you know what I'm saying, and just got a bad deal. Let's say he 5'8", like you said, 165. Already looking like, you know, like nigga, this could be a sweet situation. What does he do when he walks in, like, to say, man, I ain't want nobody to fuck with me. I'm trying to do this time, not let this time do me. I ain't about to be nobody punk. Because they come in blind. What does a person like that do? Because he's young too. Like, there's old niggas that's been in there 10 years already. What does a young 21-year-old fresh to Ferguson unit, don't weigh that much, you know what I'm saying? Probably maybe had 3 fights in his life. What does he do to not go through that shit? Not
right now or then?
Then.
Oh, right then?
Yeah, then. Well, you know, this is during your time. Like, what?
He ain't gonna do shit. He gonna do what somebody tell him to do.
You're saying there's no hope for a nigga?
No, it ain't. Because
Shit.
you got to understand one thing. These motherfuckers are sharks. They watch people come. Look, it's a bench right here, right?
Yeah.
These niggas is like hawks.
Niggas come every day or?
Huh?
Every day.
Every day you get 25 to 30 people coming off the chain bus, right? And these niggas is front and center like they had a wrestling match.
Picking and choosing.
Yes.
Damn.
Whispering.
Shit.
You know, and they can see when you who you are. Simple as that. That's how it was.
So a nigga trying to act tough.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Oh shit.
Is try to act tough, because now you calling on the baddest nigga in the day room.
Yeah, now they say Big Smoke.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, okay. Look out, home. You know, what's up? And you put that old fake ass mask on. Ain't nothing up. Yeah, something up. Bring your motherfucking ass on out here. We gonna see what's up. So the best thing you can do, man, in my opinion, and I'm speaking from a personal standpoint, when you go in there, right, they gonna size you up, you know? And if you undersized and you know, red niggas got it hard. Red motherfuckers got it hard because these Negroes in prison, mind switched, is they fucked up. When they look at you, they ain't looking at no Negro. They is looking at a motherfucking woman.
Damn.
That's how fucked up their mind is. So when you come in at that time when you young, right, the worst thing you can do, man, even if you is scared, don't act like you scared, you know? And you know, when a motherfucker approach you, man, you don't have to answer. If you want to survive, you just go right to that cell and you find your motherfucking knife if you ain't scared to stab.
Yeah.
But the majority of people at that time is scared to stick somebody. So they wind up right here beside whoever they, you know.
Yeah, so was there a situation where you seen a nigga come in, he looked tough, and then let's say 2 days later, you see that nigga like, oh, that nigga.
Oh, yeah. The biggest nigga on the ranch, I done seen that.
Damn.
The biggest nigga on the ranch, right?
Damn.
You'll be surprised how many big motherfuckers come through that can't fight. Everything is like they still in motherfucking preschool. Like this.
Yeah, blind.
You know, they fighting with their head down. And when you get knocked out, it's over.
Damn.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose confidence. And
so do it be like y'all just sit around and when y'all see a nigga that got his hand around a nigga now, like y'all just be like between y'all say like, oh, that nigga.
Oh, we ain't tripping.
Yeah, they got that nigga.
Yeah, that I mean, this is a whole new different world to somebody that comes in and see this shit. I mean, like, you know, it's gonna blow their mind.
Yeah. To
see, you know, a nigga in the day room like this here, a nigga might reach over and fucking kiss the nigga in the day room. You know what I'm saying?
Just to show a nigga like.
Yeah, you know, this me.
Yeah.
So we had a nigga by the name of E Solid come on here, and he's solid. He's yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, and he's like probably I say like 5'2". Yeah, 5'5". I don't know. I don't say his height, but he's small statured, and they said he's like he didn't get fucked with because I don't know exactly why.
Yeah, he grabbed a weapon first day.
Yeah, first day.
Yeah, he hit niggas with weapons.
Yeah, like
Because he's a small nigga, so he hit niggas with whatever weapon he could find, fucking niggas up.
Yeah.
Eyeballs out of socket. So he like, I'm fucking with niggas the moment I get in here. And they somehow he got respect off of that. Like, all right, that nigga, he don't mind taking an eye out off the rip.
Yeah, that's you better respect that nigga.
yeah.
That's the nigga you do respect. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's the only motherfucker that give respect. That's why I say, you know, you might hear people saying, oh man, violence ain't. Yes, when you in a violent environment, you better bust a motherfucker head to the white meat. Yeah, you better bust a motherfucker head to the white meat, because if not, you're gonna get tried. You know, and there's a lot of dudes that couldn't fight, but them niggas can use their fan motor.
So do niggas fight to killing that motherfucker? Like,
yes, niggas fight to the death.
yeah, like when it start, nigga, till somebody stop me.
Niggas fight to the death.
Nigga.
Ain't no, when you fall, right? I've seen a lot of time, man, especially white boy, when they fighting the black, when they fall, they face getting fucked up. Damn. I had a homeboy named DP, was fighting a white boy on the rec yard. And when he fell, because the white boy called him a nigga.
Oh, yeah.
And when he fell, DP broke every motherfucking bone in his face. Damn. His face looked like putty when they came to get him. And all fucking DP knuckles was broke. His whole hand was broke.
Yeah.
And that's how angry he was at this motherfucker. So yes, they fight to the death.
How many deaths did you see in your 25 years?
Up and close personal?
Up and close person.
Probably about 7.
7. Every single one of them, were you surprised at it? Like, damn. Like,
No,
that
that's shit like drinking this water, man.
shit.
You get immune to that shit and you just walk off. That ain't your business anyway. That's the number one thing, that you mind your business.
Yeah.
You know, and you just keep it pushing, man.
Was there any riots that kicked up while you was in either three units? Any like a legit escape attempt or riot that kicked off to like, hey, this shit is going down?
Yeah, I've been a part of several rides.
Don't tell me you organized that motherfucker.
You want me to lie to you?
Nah, keep it 1,000. Goddamn.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but you an organizing motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've organized a few rides in my time.
So a couple of coups.
You know what I'm saying? So but you gotta do that, man, because you gotta remember one thing, man, that if you coming in as a gang member, regardless of whatever side you on, right? You come into a whole new set to where it ain't no guns, right?
Yeah.
And I've been here and I've seen motherfuckers die, right?
Yeah.
So now you move from your street OG, right?
Yeah.
To me. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts, not facts.
And you only know what you know. So now you can't ask the person that put you down or whatever, right? Because why? This is my motherfucking house. You a gang member, right?
Yeah.
But I can get your ass sent home though.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's the type of power I had.
That's real.
So what advice would you give to somebody right now? He walking in the hood. He got his pistol right now. You can see it outside his pants. And he ain't trying to fight nobody. He only shooting. And like, what advice would you give him right now? And he's small.
And he's small?
Yeah, he's small.
So my advice would be to him, man, is it only takes 60 seconds to kill a motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. So, and you got to understand that for every action, it's a reaction. And if you murder a motherfucker, you go on where they send murderers to, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a lot of time that come with that. So for that person, you got to ask yourself, is that what you want? You willing to trade in, especially for a young motherfucker, You willing to trade in all that technology, that fucking PS5 and that fucking cell phone and all that other shit. You willing to trade that in just because you want to show the next man to you that you gonna pull that trigger, right?
Respect it.
I think the answer to that is no, man. You put that motherfucker up, you live to see another day. You know, because if you pull it, you're gonna do it.
That's real. Did you have to, we talked to a couple of different people where they say, man, prison is modern day slavery. They getting it out of you. You're going to be, I just heard the story about picking cotton. I didn't know people actually pick cotton. I know they probably built railroads. They did some other industrial stuff, but I'm like, damn, they're picking cotton in prison. Did you have to go through the workforce in prison and get through all that?
They only pick cotton, right?
Yeah, that's just shit.
Okay, so now, I done pick motherfucking cotton, broom straw, the shit that you see on your broom, that straw.
Yeah.
I done picked that shit. They had a field for it.
Damn.
I done picked that, fucking collard greens, potatoes.
Farm work.
Slavery. No fucking farm work. Fucking slavery.
Shit.
Every fucking vegetable you can name, I done picked.
Damn.
And in the process of me picking it, there's a white man on the horse calling you nigga.
Literally.
Yes. So, I wasn't there 500 years ago when the ancestors were slaves, but that same treatment and them same words, I got them same words. Nigga, get down that turn row.
So what happens if you don't do it?
What happens you don't do it?
Yeah, just like, today ain't the day.
Okay, go stand over there. They got a motherfucking turn row on the side where all inmates that don't want to work, right?
Yeah.
And they put you in this motherfucking black cage. Mind me what I said, a black cage. It's 110 outside. And we all know black draw heat, right? And you outside working in the field for 2 to 3 hours. So you ain't going in and that motherfucker ain't hooked up to nothing, right?
Yeah.
So you in that cage, just like they did back in slavery days.
Damn.
Put your ass in that cage and you gonna cook. That's what happened. And when you get on that back slab, they beat your motherfucking ass.
So what? So for the next day, when tomorrow's gonna come, you're just gonna be like, I ain't doing that again. I'm gonna go and fall in line. I'm gonna go and work.
Okay, that's that violence we were talking about.
Yeah.
If a motherfucker kick you in your ass and stomp you in your face.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get that every day.
Okay, so you gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened if you didn't work.
There's nobody to complain to about the treatment.
Who you gonna call?
I mean, shit.
The warden with it.
The warden with it.
Yeah, the warden with it. And the first thing he gonna tell you, I know my fucking field captain ain't lying on you. Goat smelling ass nigga, get back to work.
God damn.
And you gotta remember, ain't no phones in the day room at that time.
Yeah.
They got phones in the day room to save them now.
Yeah, everybody say now it's like nigga got cell phones.
All that.
I'm gonna show the treatment I'm getting treated
They
at.
got all that shit. Back then, guess what? All you can do is write a letter and hope that motherfucker get home if they don't stop it in the mail room.
Damn.
Do you think is that still going on today? Like,
no, because you know what, man? These boys got it easy now, man. When you go down there now, they give you a Samsung tablet. And you ain't even got to go to the day room and watch TV no more. You can watch it on your tablet. So it ain't no field work
Were
no
they
more.
giving niggas tablets?
They give you tablets when you come through the door now.
Oh, shit.
They give you they assign you a Samsung tablet.
Oh, nigga, that's kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. That's make it a little easy.
Easy.
With some apps and shit? Like,
nigga, you got 70 years. You think that's easy?
That ain't easy, but I'm saying that, nigga, the tablet got Wi-Fi, right? I mean,
yes, you got penitentiary Wi-Fi, but they don't get the apps that we get in the world.
Oh, okay. You can't just do whatever.
Ain't no internet. They selected apps.
Oh, okay,
so
okay. I'm about to say, nigga.
You can't watch no YouTube or none of that
Oh,
shit,
okay,
right?
okay. Shit.
So, but you got to understand that the mind game they playing with them, they killing them softly.
Nah, they are.
They understand one thing. You are a millennial with a 70-year sentence. I'm gonna give you something that you used to in the world, but I'm not gonna give you fully access, right?
Facts.
Okay, and they gonna look at this fucking tablet and they gonna think just like you just thought. this shit is cool,
I just-
right?
yeah.
That's the mind game they playing with them right now.
For the most part, what percentage of people in the prison would you say is violent? If you were to put a percentage on it,
That are violent,
that are violent.
as far as the crime they call.
No, as far as being in prison, they're violent.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'll give you 10%. Rest of that shit ain't doing nothing. Do
So
shit.
most people are just cool in prison. They just talk like today.
they just talk.
Okay, they just talk.
They gonna spit fight all day on the rec yard.
Yeah.
Oh, you a bitch. You a hoe. You a bitch. You a hoe. Fuck you. All day.
All day.
Okay. And at the end of that month, they gonna do like this. I see you tomorrow, bro.
Damn.
It's over with. They don't want look, man, they don't want no cell restriction. They don't want the TV cut
Yeah, like
off.
you got to do this time. Like nigga, I ain't trying to sit in solitary for the.
They ain't trying to do all that. They ain't built like that no more.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to go no solitary. They ain't trying to not go to visitation and see their people no more. No, that shit is long gone.
I seen K2 in prison now, man.
K2, fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know how they got it in there, but now it's getting niggas like niggas is going through times.
How they got it in there?
Well, we know how they get in there. Nigga. I mean, it's funny because even now, drones is dropping shit off in the goddamn yard. So we go. There's clever ways to get shit in there now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but to see that K2 shit, and I'm like, God damn! Like,
have you ever smoked K2?
I never, but I seen somebody on it.
I have.
Ooh, did it affect you? Like
that shit fucked me up.
Damn, did somebody record it or no?
No.
Okay, so you did it. You did it in your own time and your own.
No, I did it with a.
Don't say a female.
No, hell no. I did it with a. It was like kind of like old school when you got that circle.
Yeah.
And you pass that motherfucker around.
That's
right?
when I seen it.
Okay, so, but these motherfuckers are immune to this shit. These motherfuckers that's coming in there now, they can smoke this shit all day. And here I am in this motherfucker. Ain't never hit it in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So I'm smoking this motherfucker when it's passing around, right? And I hit that motherfucker. And by the time it came back around, my hand was still right there.
Damn, me stuck.
Yeah, I'm fucked up, right?
Oh, shit.
And once I got unstuck, everybody was gone.
Oh, so that, by the time you got unstuck.
The circle had busted up. I'm still standing there. Don't know what the fuck happened.
You feel like some minutes past an hour?
Probably a couple of seconds, a minute. I don't know how, but I know I was fucked up and I couldn't stand there. I was still standing there and everybody was gone. At that moment, I knew that shit wasn't for me.
One for me. Yeah, I seen it pass around a circle where some niggas were able to hit it. Cool. The other niggas that never hit it, I see them swimming on the floor. Doing all kind of shit. I'm like, damn. Yeah, and there was no guards in sight to even come in and say, hey, my nigga.
Guards. Look, man. Ain't nobody working for the motherfucking chicken feed no more.
Yeah.
That's why they getting them all that extra shit, tablets and all that shit to keep them occupied so it ain't no more violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, they killing them softly, but they don't give a fuck because they smoking K2 and looking at the tablet.
I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the death penalty?
In some instances, it's necessary, right? But death penalty is only to satisfy the public.
That's what it's for.
That's the only thing, is to satisfy the public. Why? Because if I kill 100 people, right?
Yeah.
Those 100 people are not coming back.
Yeah. One for 100 is what we're talking?
So they're not coming back. So all that shit is political. That's just to satisfy the people. Say, you know what? He killed 100 people, so we killed him to make sure he don't do it no more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but if you give a motherfucker life without parole, it's the same thing. If you lock him up forever, he dead anyway.
Dead anyway.
So, I think the death penalty, man, is really overrated.
Damn. Did you ever serve any time with any celebrities? Anybody of note?
Yeah, me.
Hollywood. You always hear about like the Boosie stories. You hear about Pimp C. You hear about Soldier C Murder. You hear about different people that's kind of of celebrity status. Did you ever have to like see any of these kind of people?
Nah, I ain't never served no time with no credible celebrities as far as the money wise, right? But even if I did serve time with them, right? I don't think I look at them the same way everybody else look at them. Because once the cameras and all that shit go off, you just like me. You still got to eat them soups. You still got to eat them motherfucking chips. and you can't spend nothing but a certain amount of money in the commissary, right?
That's fact.
So I probably would have looked at them the same, man. But it is what it is, man. So nah.
It is what it is. Now, you did 25 years. You did 25. You're supposed to do life. How'd you, like, what circumstance played into, like, because I'm assuming you knew you were going to get out prior to doing 25 years, or did you know, like maybe weeks or months before you actually got out? Like, was it set?
I mean, the sentence carried, even before you seen parole, you got to do 15, right?
Yeah.
You got to do 15 years even before you make parole, right?
Yeah.
And just so happened, man, I did 25 on the life sentence, right?
Yeah.
And I got fucking 3 set-offs. I got 9 years worth of set-offs. But that didn't mean I was gonna make parole, right? You never know if you got a life sentence, if you're gonna make parole or not, because it's people still down there that had the same time that I had, and they still there.
No facts.
So
did you say anything different on your last parole hearing? Like,
did I say anything different?
Yeah, they be wanting you to to just really admit and just say, are you changed? Are you fixed?
No, I didn't say nothing different, but I will say this, that the system is so fucked up to where it's like, man, you have to fuck up in order to get out. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. You have to fuck up in prison in order to make parole.
Wait, so what? You gotta like fuck up, like as in they want you out of there? Like,
no,
nigga.
You have to fuck up while you in that system. In other words, you have to cause trouble while you're in the system, to where when you do come up for parole years later, it'll show growth. Now that you're doing good.
Oh, they actually want to see like, fuck doing 5 years and like you squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Nah, you got in there and you got to the shit.
Yeah.
And then hell nah, but now that since that last couple of issues, yeah, you've been reformed.
Yeah, but you see, so that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
The system is fucked up.
So wait. So a person coming in, you're saying they should probably get with the shit.
Yeah.
Versus thinking that something gonna happen within a couple of months to a year, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you've been great for 2 years. Here you go. You get with the shit."
Yeah. Damn. They got some shit where it's called, when they set you up, it say failure to adjust to the institutional system. They give you a set off.
Yeah.
And because why? They feel like you playing on the system. You know what I'm saying? If you go straight through, right, you playing on the system. So with me, I had a 10-year stretch where I was just fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
This your 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a 10-year stretch. You know what I'm saying? Where I was just terrorizing that bitch and terrorizing whoever got in my way.
Yeah.
And for the last 15 years, I just shut it down. And so, when they seen that, wow, 10 years straight, he was fucking up. Now the last 15, he ain't fucking up. So he might be reformed.
Did you go in expecting they gonna let you out that last time? Like, hey, I didn't did this time. I didn't did so much time. It don't even matter.
You never go into the parole board thinking these motherfuckers gonna let you go. After you done got so many set-offs, you already know what you got coming. And you done seen everybody before you get all them set-offs. In your mind, you said, man, ain't gonna be nothing but another motherfucking set-off. So, no, I didn't go into it thinking they was gonna let me go.
Damn, so they actually gave you the word like, hey, what they tell you, you got, hey, you up for it, you got 3 months, you free. How much time they give you letting you know you're gonna get out?
Like I said, it's a process, man. You gotta go through the parole board, and that shit got to get voted on, and all that other drag out shit. See, they bring your ass in there real quick, but when it's time to let you get out, they drag you through the mud. So, I had a team, man. I had a team that put a lot of work in to get me back to the home front.
There you go.
And actually, it was one person. I had a one woman team.
Oh, who that?
It's my wife. For 30-something years. Remember I told you? Remember I told you when I went on that tour?
Yeah.
And that woman?
Yeah.
It's the same woman to this day.
Wait. The woman who, the CEO?
No.
While you was wilding.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The same. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the same woman who been by your side.
The same one.
How long y'all been married?
Over 30-something years.
So you got married back.
I got married when I was in prison.
Damn.
You know?
Was that for the benefits of her coming to see you, or?
No, it was the benefits of what I fucked up before I went to prison.
There you go.
You know, that was it wasn't no security blanket as far as me keeping her locked in.
Yeah.
Just because you married to me, you know, you can move around anytime you fucking get ready. The paper don't signify that it's gonna work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That was some real shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was shit that I supposed to did before I left.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the team I'm telling you about.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and I understood, you know, hey, nigga, you fucked it up the first time. Don't blow it.
Now you came out young. I mean, to do 25 and go in young, you got a lot of time left. I'm curious.
I came out looking young.
Yeah, you came out looking young. Let's say that. Yeah, you came out looking young.
Yeah, I ain't young.
Yeah, nah. You might have lived 20 lifetimes.
Yeah.
And you might have lived 20 people's lifetimes.
Yeah.
For what you experienced. What was I'm just curious. What do you do your first day out? Again, you said you went in as a kid, not knowing this is the last time you'll see, like, just being free walking around, and you did 25 from that first time, or the second time. What do you do when you get out? Like, are you even able to adjust? Like, what's your first day out? What you doing?
Well, I able to adjust. The answer to that was yes, because you got to remember, for 15 years, I didn't live like I was locked up.
That's true.
I already knew how to use a cell phone.
Yeah.
Because I used it in there. So it was, where most people come home and get an Android, I came home and got an iPhone.
Yeah, I'm already on game.
I already know how to use it.
Damn.
And at this time, when I'm first day, I'm already educated now.
Okay.
See, I'm not the dumb motherfucker that when I went in there.
You actually start reading some books later on.
I actually got a motherfucking 2 college degrees.
Damn.
Not one, but 2.
2.
And so I'm not the same person when I went in as when I got out.
Should everyone try to get a degree or some type of multiple degrees while they're in, even if they're looking at life sentences? Do you tell everyone, like, hey, you should actually seek education while you in there?
Yes, if you can see past the bullshit. Mm-hmm. But your character got to be in place even for you to even accomplish that.
That's right.
Because there's so much other shit going on around you, and it's a major distraction, man.
Yeah.
And like, once again, you got to be a special person to even cross that line, to even achieve that.
That's right.
Because it's so many people in prison right now want to go to school, they want to do this, right? But shit, I'm hungry, man.
Mm.
So I got to hustle. I ain't got time to be in no motherfucking schoolhouse. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a drive and a will to want to do that. But at the end of the day, it's got to be substance behind it, man, and the reason why you doing it. And life sentence, man, when it's dark, people say, man, that shit ain't gonna do me no good.
Facts. So what advice would you give, and this is a blanket statement again, somebody who, of course, is young, commits a crime, just trying to feed their family. They get sentenced to prison, never did time in prison for real. What advice would you give them to get through, let's say, an extended sentence, anything 10 years plus?
My first advice to them would be to them, man, is I'm not gonna say pay attention to your surroundings, because prison has changed so much, man. You don't even have to be intimidated by the shit that go on in prison now, right?
Yeah.
But the only person that's gonna reform you is you. You have to reform yourself, man. And Texas Department of Criminal Justice, they do offer a lot of programs. I will admit that. But you have to apply yourself. That's the only way you're going to make it, man. You have to apply yourself, and not only that, you got to have confidence that one day you'll be free again, man. And school ain't for everybody.
That's real.
You see people in society right now that got college degrees that can't even get a job.
That's real.
So don't lose confidence and faith in yourself, man, even if you do go to prison, man.
So for you, because again, we we had Kryptonite in here. We had OG Percy, a couple other guys, and they all like really respected you, looked up to you. So you obviously did something to garner respect of even these guys who younger niggas respect. From Percy and everybody. I saw the podcast you have where you actually had Percy, Kryptonite, a couple other guys. You brought them all together to have a conversation, even though it got a little crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
you still brought them together to have that conversation. Like for you to gain that respect from them, like what was it? Just the amount of time you did, the moves you made while you was in there, the way you did the time. Like what is it that you feel that garnered that respect from those guys who have respect themselves?
I have to say this, man, that respect is not given, it's earned.
That's real.
But the minute you give a person respect, right, that's when you lose the person, right? So I treat people accordingly, you know?
Yeah.
I can't treat you like no killer if I know you're not one, even though you might think you one. And I just look at you for what you are, right? And with Kryptonite, right? Kryptonite, who he is because he put a lot of work in to become the person who he is, right? Yeah. And he inspired a lot of people, you know, to move on because he know you can do better. And why? Because he's been broke before.
That always put you in your place.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's a realist. It is what it is. But you can't deny whatever he brings to the table, it has substance behind it. You know, yeah. I'm not gonna bring you an empty table with no food on it. You'll be able to eat. Right?
There you go.
And with Percy, right?
Yeah.
Not to speak against him. I don't know enough to give him flowers or take flowers. Right?
Yeah.
But I will say this is that I understand the meaning of friends and associates. But you as a person have determined which one of those you are.
That's real. No, that's real.
And that has nothing to do with me.
Oh, that's real. That's real. Hollywood, I want to do it like this, man. I want to hit you with a few questions, man, that I just got to get your take on. Again, we had a great conversation already. And I just want to get a mindset behind you because your history go back a little bit further than most people where you actually experienced some things, and we'll go from there. So before we kick it off, I just want to see, when it comes to you, man, who would you say is the most influential person in your life?
Me.
That's real. Do you grade yourself like how you move through like I could have did that better. I could have, I handled that correctly. Like, do you grade yourself when it comes to like who you expect to be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because and the way I do me, right? I have something. I always have to have something to measure me up against.
Yeah.
And if the risk is greater than the reward, I got my answer.
That's real. That's real. So I gotta ask you, what is the biggest lesson you probably learned from being a person of color? Like?
That the color of your skin won't stop you from achieving your goal in life if you are truly, right? If you are truly trying to achieve that goal, right?
Yeah.
Without making excuses. Because as a man of color, the first thing we say is the white man.
Yeah. Would you say segregation is an excuse? Like that existed? Like
it did to a certain degree. But that has long gone.
Yeah, those excuses is running out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like telling the same story all over again.
Yeah.
And we all know a fucking joke is only funny the first time it's told.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, hey, that's worth to live by. I wish more people would say the excuse of using, hey, the color of my skin as an excuse. I'm a black man. It's just hard for me. That's for a woman to believe that and support that. I always hated the woman that supports that. Well, he is black in America, so therefore he can't get a job and he can't get no money. Nah. Women, y'all gotta get y'all gotta get off that. I would ask this, man. If you could change anything from your past, what would it be?
If I could change anything from my past, right? It would be me thinking like I think now.
You would want the younger you have what you've learned and what you know now, the brain capacity now. You want that in the younger you.
Yes.
Like when you before you start robbing niggas, or
before I started robbing.
Oh, okay.
Because as you get older, we kind of not that we kind of, but we wise up, and we understand that the wise man can play the fool, but the fool can't play the wise man.
Ooh, I
like and
that.
back then, I was a fool for thinking I can do the same thing and get different results. That's why I went to prison so many times. So that's what I would change.
I like that. I like that. If you were to say what is the most racist thing that possibly happened to you, the most racist encounter, what would you say it was, if you can remember?
It was a sergeant named Sergeant McBride. Never forget, he rode a white horse and had white hair.
Oh shit!
And the only thing he was missing was a white sheet.
Damn.
And in the fields, picking broom straw, pulled up on me with his white horse and said, "Hey," I didn't know who he was talking to. And I turned around. He said, "What's your name, boy?" And I told him my name. He said, "No, your real name."
Oh.
And I told him my real name. And he said, "No." He said, "Your name is nigger."
Oh, nigga.
And the only thing I like black is my motherfucking boots.
You've experienced somebody actually looking you in your face and saying that.
So fucking
past the 80s.
Fucking sergeant in the field.
And yes. I'm just curious, psychologically, what does that do to you?
It sets you back. It lets you know that there's still some work to be done.
Are you enraged? Like, do you want to kill this nigga?
Nah. I don't want to kill him. Did I want to say something back to him? Yeah. Did I? No. Because I knew what it was going to cost me.
So what do you think he gets? I'm just curious for your thoughts. What do you think he gets out of that kind of power to you as a young man, and he got you down there to rights? What do you think he gets out of that? You think he gets his rocks off, or just his woman ain't giving him power at home? Like, what do you think that did for him to stop you and say that?
Because I'm in his realm.
Yeah. So it's he's giving you reality check.
Yeah, I'm in his realm. If you don't like what I'm telling you,
do so.
Don't come back to my motherfucking farm.
Mm.
And that's where, and you turn that negative into that positive. And that's the only way you can think about it like that.
Damn. Can you recall a situation where color didn't matter, like either in prison or outside, where it's like, it doesn't matter the color? Because again, this is, even when you're in the fields and you're working, this ain't just a nigga word. This is everybody, I'm assuming. Mexicans, whites, Chinese, whoever. Is in the fields and working when color don't matter? Like, they treat everybody like this, or does color always matter?
Color always matter.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Blacks are dominant in prison towards other inmates. But with the white officers, you lose every time. You lose every time.
Did you see like white officers going out and more black officers coming in, like new hires? Like, hey, they got a couple more black people coming in. All right, this might be the whole time. Whites replacing
the whole time I was down there. The majority of field laws are white. Because Negroes don't ride horses, not even in the world.
Not even in the world, man.
They just started doing that.
Yeah, you might see it's peppered around, but yeah.
They don't ride horses. So when they come in, the majority of field laws, the majority of COs that are black, they work in the building as overseers. So paint that picture.
Yeah.
Paint that picture. It's like the parole system. Most parole officers are black. We put niggas over niggas.
Would you prefer niggas over niggas? Like niggas?
With understanding.
Okay, with understanding. Okay.
And what I mean by that is, don't forget you a nigga too.
Yeah, don't like. At the end of the day, my nigga, like I know you got a job to do, and hey, I got a job to serve for what you need to do, but don't forget we the nigga. Yeah. Okay. Did you see some Uncle Tom ass niggas in there?
A lot of.
Damn.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
For the money.
For the 2,600.
For the 2,600, they.
Yeah, for the 2,600, they'll stomp you in the motherfucking ground.
Shit. Hey, listen. You paint a wild picture. You paint a wild picture on. So I want to ask, what do you feel parents should stop teaching children?
How to work.
They should stop teaching children how to work.
We lose when we work with somebody else. Why you think the black people in the black race is so far behind? Because that's all they do is teach us how to work.
That's real.
Teach us how to own.
Yeah, no, that does blind us. You know, you're right. You own to something. That does blind us, where they teach you strictly how to work and not own and be a boss.
Exactly. That's why we got bosses.
Damn. It's crazy because I told my kids, they getting around 16, 15, 16, 17. I'm like, go get a job. And, I should be more so teaching them how to create
You stagnating.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you how to create a business versus going to work for McDonald's or Chipotle or something.
Do you know how much pressure it is on a person that's growing up to go to work, to punch a clock, and to let somebody else dictate when they can go home?
Oh, yeah. Not to preach college and, hey, you're going to go out here to preach college, but also telling them around the same time to go to work. I can see the message getting a little muddy.
Yeah,
like,
you see what I'm saying?
Like, you want me to be this, but yet you telling me to go just to get some money in my pocket. I got to go do this. But it comes from a circumstance. A lot of black people come in, they're not given the silver spoon. They're not no trust fund that they get handed down. There's no house or no land that's getting handed down to them for them to go be great. So they're probably coming from a household where mom and daddy didn't graduate. And it's like, hey, if you want something in this world, you got to work for it. Now, times is changing.
I'm saying, but that's the stigma we
that
have to get past.
Oh, yeah, man. You preaching. You preaching. You preaching. So now, hey, it's funny. It's because when I see that question, I ask it, I'm like, yeah, kids should not know that should be the first thing we teach them is how to work.
Yeah, that's the point. See,
that ain't the first thing.
The thing about that, though, if you teach me how to work, right, and when there's no work there, what do I do?
Right.
What do I do when there's no work there?
All I know is work.
Yes, that's all we know is work.
Yeah.
And you know what the reward for work? Huh?
I want to say get paid, but
there's more work.
yeah. That paycheck there's more to it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you'll get stuck.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden 10 years has passed and all you've been doing
is working. And they got see, the thing about that is that they got a retirement thing that they dingle in your fucking face.
Yeah, work till you get to 65.
65.
And then you're going to get some money.
Okay, but let me say this here. You think you can do at 65 what you can do at 30?
Nah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's where they get them at. You work till you're 65 and you retire. Motherfucker, by the time I turn 65, my knees don't even work no more.
Wow, man. Talk to him. So I'm curious, what do most people think about you that would you say is just not true? Like what do they put on you that you feel like, man, that just, they just don't know?
What they think about me, right?
Yeah.
Most people think I'm slick.
That what they get? Is that from the way you talk or just because your history of, doing a bid?
Yeah. Most people think that it's some type of con. And the reason why that is because, most people have a red heart.
Yeah.
What I mean by red heart is what makes you cry don't make me cry. I got a black heart towards certain things in the world, right? And it's the persona they think I put up when I'm around, you know, because I'm not so much as self-conscious. It's just that I pay attention to people. You know.
So is that something that's not true? They think you're slick. Nah, I'm not really not slick. Or I mean, you seem like you got a good understanding of your surroundings.
No, it's not being slick. It's just me being able to decipher and distinguish between the one and the two.
There you go. Something as simple as that. Something as simple as that. I feel it. So I gotta ask, as far as who would you say as a historical figure probably wasn't as trumped up as they appear to be, or given the benefit of being? If you were to say somebody,
I would have to say, I know people gonna be mad as fuck because
Oh man, come on, don't do it. I already know you about to lean to.
He was a hell of a speaker.
I already know you about to go with this one.
Martin
Luther King Jr. He died in 1963, right? Was it 63?
And I was born 5 years later.
For Martin Luther, and it's funny because I think I asked Charleston White about this. I was asking him, is he good for us or was he bad for us? Because Malcolm X was coming up through the same time. He had a whole different teacher, which if people were on to what Malcolm was saying, I get what he was trying to move a little quicker. Martin, he had the speech. He was a great orator, great speaker. You feel like he wasn't as trumped up for what reasons? As far as, and we could talk about it, but what flaws did you see?
He wasn't a killer.
He spoke peace.
Yes.
And I agree.
2023, the same peace he spoke, right?
Yeah.
Is what's getting black people killed by police officers today.
That's facts. And I look at it as America, when they want answers, violence is what they use.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You want some results? Violence is the way.
Yeah.
At the time of, we were the minority. It's hard to be violent when you know the overall goal you're gonna lose. If you try to wage a losing war, like why as a general, there's a reason people wave the white flag, because they know, like, hey, let's just live to tomorrow. We're gonna figure how to infiltrate this shit, but we have to survive today. Right. I feel like that's what Martin was on. He's like, let's just wave the white flag. Let's just get in the door. Then we can figure out how to take this shit over.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I chose him. Does that make him weak? No. It just makes his mental mindset, it wasn't as strong as he thought it was, and it wasn't as strong as the people thought it was, right? And if you impose or inflict pain with pain, we get understanding. If you spray me with a fucking water hose, I spray you back.
Yeah, you know how it feels.
Yeah. So just imagine if we was doing that at the time, where it would be right now.
Do you feel Martin was killed by the government?
Yeah.
So that means his message might have been dangerous.
It was effective keeping people at bay. Yeah. The government is killers.
Yeah.
The government is killers. We want these niggas dead. And you telling them to keep the peace. We can't get them to kill each other because you tell them to stay peaceful.
So what do you think about the Black Panther Party when you see Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, you see these kind of militias getting together to say, hey, we got the right to bear arms. We in the streets with it. Not hell nah. But they kind of cut the heads of those snakes off early. What do you say when people do say, all right, let's not go peace. We're gonna use within y'all rules. We're gonna play within y'all rules, but we're gonna come at y'all. It's again, we're the minority. So it's like, do you give them the props as far as like the Black Panther movement of what they did?
The way I look at the Black Panthers, right? At certain times they was aggressive.
At certain times.
They put in work what needed to be put in.
Yep.
But when it got too big for them, they got out of the way.
Oh.
And when they got out of the way, they allowed to infiltrate on the inside like black people do.
Like black people, I would say like it always seems to happen.
They was bought, right?
Yeah.
So we got the bad end of that deal. That's why it's the new Black Panther, which all they do is talk, no action.
So I'm curious, what would you say was the biggest mistake in history, either our mistake or just the mistake of the human race in history, would you say?
The biggest mistake was when it was slavery.
But black people were enslaving people back in Egypt and shit.
That's what I'm saying. But they was given what? The Bible.
Oh, yeah.
To soften them.
Yeah.
To make think somebody's coming back to save them. The first thing when they would go up into the motherfucking big house, they want to read the Bible. Can you teach me how to read the Bible?
Yeah.
That's what the biggest mistake. Because without the Bible, they'd have been trying to get away.
Yeah, there was words in the Bible that says slavery was this is part of
exactly
what you're supposed to be enslaved.
Exactly. So if you preaching that shit to me and I'm conceiving this shit, even when they let me go, I don't want to go.
Damn.
The Bible was the worst mistake that they could have ever gave black people in America. It's the same as now.
But
it's no different as now. When you catch a black man or black people, period, right? They spend all the rent money and go to church on Sunday and look for a blessing.
So what do you say to, and again, I'm going to paint the picture for you. You have a white man living in his home on a plantation, preaching the Bible to the kids. They got it good. So they believe in, Christianity. They're very holy because they got it good. They got slaves. They tell that, hey, my black slaves, my property, what I own, y'all need to believe in the same thing I believe in because I got it good. So y'all need to have it good. If you don't believe in this, bad things will happen to you. You get whooped. You get put in a box because you're denying the God that I worship. Now, when you start agreeing that he exists, you start getting benefits. Now you come in the house. Now you get good meals. Now you get good sleep. That will make somebody believe in something because you've created a God that now I believe in because of if I don't believe in it, I get punished. So I'm going to pass it down to my kids. Y'all better believe in this God because you don't want what happened to me back here. You don't want that. And I want the best for my children. So y'all better believe in what this man is teaching us. What do you say to that mindset of control back in the slavery days?
What I will say is this. It wasn't the God that was controlling them. It was a multitude of things. The Bible was only the mental piece of it.
Yeah.
But when I put your ass on that tree and whipped the shit out of you, that was the real.
That was the real.
That was the real control factor. So now, whether you believe it or not, that's when I imposed the Bible after I whoop your motherfucking ass off that tree. And now, after getting all those ass whoopings, you ain't got no choice but to believe in your mind that it's going to be somebody come back to save you.
Oh, man. And again, now you pass that on to your children.
Exactly.
And here we go.
So it wasn't that the Bible was imposed. It was that ass whooping with that whip.
Oof. Now that's as real as it get. I gotta say, what do you think about the concept of humility in the black community as far as just us being humble?
Humility. The word humility means humble.
Yeah.
That's the definition.
Does it exist in our community? Do you feel like we need more of it? It's enough of it already? We done being humble? Like, what do you feel? Where do you feel we at with it?
At certain times and point, we do need to be humble. But the only way you get people to be humble in the community is that person, or whether it be man, woman, or child, or he or she has to humble themselves.
Mm.
You have to be in pursuit of humbleness for humility to even exist.
You feel like some of us are getting beyond that? Like some people go on a streak in the black community where they feel like they're untouched, unharmed, everything's working for them. They don't believe in humility because they're like, hey, I got it good versus other black counterparts around us. Like y'all struggle. Oh, you down bad. I'm good over here. They may not understand humility because they never had to experience a chance to even be humble. What do you say to those people that just ain't ever took no L's?
I'm not gonna say they never took no L's. The L's haven't been as remindful as the other people's L's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So until it hits home first, they're not gonna ever feel like the people that have taken L's. It's only when it hits home when they can agree with the other people that has taken L's.
That's real.
So sometimes when a person, they have to be forced to humble themselves. It's kind of like when the rich man go broke.
Yeah.
Now, bitch, you ain't got no choice but to come sit beside me because you broke.
Talk to him. See you in that food stamp line. Goddamn.
Exactly. Now you know what it feel like to goddamn me fuck with EBT.
Nah, for real. So I gotta ask, what do you feel about the black man or the way the black man is portrayed in media? What do you feel like? Again, media controls everything. Media controls even us and what gets put out on art.
Yeah.
They can say what goes out or what don't go out.
Hey, facts.
What do you feel about the way the media has portrayed the black man from the 80s throughout the 90s, early 2000s up until now? Like, the ones who are getting put in the forefront now. What do you feel how they're doing the media?
Black men are more successful now than ever.
Yeah, without question.
Why? Because some have figured it out on how to cut into the pockets of the white man.
Mm.
So they have no choice now but to paint the picture that this black man is okay to be put to the forefront of the media.
Yeah. So they pick and choose who gets.
Why not? It's their network. Do you see anything wrong with that?
So what do you feel about like a Kanye West who seems to be switching? He seems to be working for him, but he seems to switching back and forth. They gave him the money. They took a little bit away. Like he had the power to we're gonna take a little bit away, but he still technically media is still controlled by the masses. But you can kind of squeeze through the cracks. Like a Kanye West could go back and forth, and he be having some messages that we need to hear. But it seemed like they might have got a hold of him and got him back in line or something. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye, I like Kanye, but at times Kanye seems unstable, right? And the reason why I say that is he got mixed up with the wrong people a long time ago with the Kardashians.
Oh yeah.
Because we all know that all the Kardashian sisters are bloodsuckers.
Come on now. Come on.
They're gonna suck the blood out of you and send you on.
Come on now.
And as far as Kanye, man, and they know what to control him with his kids. If you mention his kids,
they found out that's his weakness.
it's over with, which it should be.
It should be, but he exposed that is.
Yeah.
Like they start pushing buttons. This
Yeah.
what got you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And once again, I say he allowed bloodsuckers into his life, man. So, which is the Kardashians. And I will say this is that they played on him.
Oh yeah.
They played on his mental.
Come on
He one of the black men that are mentally weak with money.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at him.
I'm not mad. I mean, he been through some circumstances. I mean, even I watch his documentary. I say, oh yeah, I see what this comes from. He was a mama's boy to the T. Lost his mama.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, it's like, come on now.
See, we do everything for who?
Hey, for our mama, for our family.
For mama.
Yeah.
So when mama gone, it's gone.
Yeah. Purpose
Right?
get lost.
So that's why me and you right here telling this story.
Yeah.
If mama's still here, I'd never be right here.
Man, decisions change. Consequences ain't as.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I can relate to him on that. So
Now that's real. I gotta ask you, what do you feel, or what are you most afraid of? Like you done seen probably the depths of hell, from getting 25 years to, environment prison. I can only imagine what you've seen in person. Shit that normal people probably ain't seen, couldn't experience, couldn't even process. What are you afraid of now? Like what gets you afraid now? Like why you out here?
Nothing.
You have no you have children now?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the need to protect them is overbearing, or do you feel like you done seen enough to where like, man, there's no control over nothing?
I don't shelter my kids from anything in society, because once they get outside of me, they're gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't try to control their decisions, what they do or what they don't do.
Yeah.
As a parent, all you can do is instill what you think is right. But that don't mean that they're gonna think it's right once they become of age, right?
That's facts.
And most people are afraid of death, right?
Yeah.
But I died in 81 though.
I'm about to say, yeah, have you gone past that? Have like when your mother passed?
I died in 81.
Nah, I hear you. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I lost my mother at 20 years old. 2021.
Yeah.
And after that, yeah, that fear of death kind of went away. I said, man, there can't no worse thing happen. Like, it's shit, man. I'm on borrowed time right now because she was young, 43. I'm
Exactly.
like, God, it ain't supposed to happen like that. So It made me question things. It made me say, okay, well, I'm just moving. So I totally understand exactly where you're going. But with that being said, have there been any new fears, new creations? Like we have nuclear power, AI technology. It's a lot of shit that gets created. Ain't nothing came to you like, oh,
anything after that happened in 81 is secondary. Right?
Man,
even with the life sentence, when they gave it to me, it didn't affect me as much as it did in 81.
Man, come on now. I hear you. Damn. I hear you. So let me ask you this. What are some things people have selflessly done to make your life better, man? As far as, is there anybody that basically took themselves out of it and said, I'm going to look out for Hollywood. I'm going to make sure, even your woman, like, this is not about me. This is about you. And I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah. Like I told you, I got 3 other siblings, right? And, they did the best they could in my circumstances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to say they put their life on hold, but they contributed to the cause. But it always goes back to that one person that gave it all up to say, you know what? I know one day you're gonna be free. And I have to be ready to provide
That's real.
the shit that he needs. And I have to set him up for success when that time comes. So, shout out to my wife.
Nah, for real, man. That's listen, we need more like it. For ladies at home that, hey, this is good. I mean, again, what y'all build, what y'all give us, we use to push things forward. So we definitely need to hear that. I would say, what kind of people do you like, as far as just now that you're out and about, you meet people, even after this interview, they're gonna watch you. You're probably gonna become a person that people notice moving around. What kind of people do you even like approaching you? Like what kind of people are you able to like deal with?
To be honest,
don't say nobody.
It's I can deal with anybody with understanding, because understanding beats the world.
That's
right?
real.
And you don't even have to be able to relate from my background or the things I've been through, right?
Yeah.
It's just, you have to be able to understand that we can agree. We can disagree to agree.
There you go.
And that don't mean that I like what you said and or I dislike what you said. It just means that we came to a common cause and we can move on.
There you go. Now we need more of that. I think communication is the one thing that rules the nation. I believe that now at my old age. I didn't see enough situations where communications could have fixed a lot of shit. We ain't got to agree. But as long as we can communicate what the hell our understanding is.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're on. You see what I'm on. We could leave or stay together. However we move, at least we have an understanding of what it is. So, I 1,000% agree. So let me ask you this: what are some problems or benefits you realize that more often happen as a part of the lives of Black men? Like, as far as what are some of the benefits that we have? What are some of the problems you see we have, just in general? Again, you've seen a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but I don't want to speak on my past life, meaning prison, because me as a psychology major, when you resort back to prison to tell about the present, that means you are still stagnated and you can't get past what you've been through. And I mean that to say the trauma you've been through in prison, right?
Yeah.
The problems with the Black men, right, are thinking they are more than what they're worth.
Thinking the Black man is more than what he's worth?
That's the problem with the Black man. And the reason why I said that is this. Take a man that did 40 years in prison, right?
Yeah.
Don't know anything about society other than when he left. But he comes home expecting to make the same thing that you making as a Black man that's been free. He want to get paid $25 an hour, but's been locked up 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And I think we need to get rid of that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what do you say to that? Where a Black man does his time, he did his time, he paid for his crime, but he's marked a felon. He can't get the same jobs, the same housing. On applications, when they ask, "Have you been in prison?" People judge you off the rip. You can't. What are your thoughts on that? Like, should that be eradicated?
You can get the same job, but why would I hire you and pay you at the same pay rate when you can't even perform the job duties?
No. What if you can? Like, what if you literally?
If you
went to school for it,
you went to school for it, right?
And you're out, but because there's two applicants, one is a felon, one is not. I'm going to pick the person who's not a felon because he may not rob me. He may not steal from me.
The answer to that is, guess what? You don't have to work. No.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. In that case, in that scenario, you move from worker to owner.
Yes.
You should automatically shift and understand they are not going to give me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
So let me create a job that has value where I can get paid. That should be motivation for you. But some people don't use that. They fall back into the depression stage and say, you know what? This man is this and this is this. And that's the reason why I can't get the job. No. Use the mental capacity that's what's left in your head and create a job and make yourself self-worthy to the people that wouldn't hire you. And you go back to them and say, you know what? The same thing that company's doing for you, I can do for you too. I don't want to work for you. This is what I want to do right here.
So Hollywood, what I would say is someone like you who came up early on with getting easy money, like getting quick money. Technically, you get out of jail, you want to live an honest life, but no one will hire you. In order to start your own company, your own business, to be able to support the workforce, you're gonna need capital. You're gonna need money. So a lot of people might be out and say they might revert to the old ways. Because trust me, you do learn shit in prison, scams and shit that you didn't know at first because you're in there with a bunch of scammers, murder. You're in there with all the people who either got away they got caught, basically. So you're in there learning shit. So what stops a man from saying, hey, I'm going to get right back to the quick money as I'm out because they're not going to hire me anyway. I want to do this honestly and work for a couple months, maybe a year or so, build some money, then start my own job. But now, because y'all won't hire me, I got to feed my family still. I got a kid. What do you say to that person who is thinking about getting right back in the game? Because won't nobody give him a chance?
It's a quick fix, what I say. New way of doing what you was doing before you got locked up, right?
Yeah.
With the same results. You're gonna get the same thing you got the first time. And in your mind, you think if you do it another way, it's gonna be a different result. No.
It's gonna be the same result.
If you come to this fucking stop sign and you run it and a car hits you and you think you're gonna come back next week and run that motherfucker again, that same car ain't gonna hit you.
Hey man. That's as simple as put. As simple as put. I ain't gonna lie. Oh. So lastly, and I just need your thoughts on it, man. And again, you kind of answered this, and I just want you to kind of reiterate. You're given a life sentence. You're told you're not gonna see the light of day. You're done. You're done. I mean, society has written you off. This is your new home. You will die here. Did you ever think you'll see the light of day again? Did you have hope? Did you give up hope? And if so, even when the hope failed, did you ever regain hope to get back out into society?
I never gave up. I'm a fighter.
All the way through, like.
But what enabled me to fight is I lied to myself a whole lot.
So like let's say 21 years in, you've been in prison for 21 years, 2 decades. What gives you hope even at that time to say, I mean, is other people's cases like getting overturned? Other people that you knew who was in there longer getting out? Like, what's giving you hope to say, like, hey, it ain't done. It ain't done.
I keep waking up. When you keep waking up, anything is possible.
Man, that's real.
And I understood that life exists on a chance. So as long as you keep waking up, a small glimmer of hope there. You know, and it doesn't seem so dark anymore after 20-some years.
Yeah.
The tunnel is still there, but the light is not all the way on, right? Mm-hmm. And going back to something you said earlier, as far as the fit piece, as far as the body, right? That's why I stayed physically fit, because I knew one day I was going to be called on.
Talk to him. Nah, for real.
And here I am today at 50-something.
Man.
You know, but my body is of a 20-some-year-old.
There you go.
And that's just the fight in me.
Nah, that's a blessing. Nah.
You know.
Hey, does everyone kind of stay on, like, does everyone pretty much stay fit? Like, does anyone just get sloppy, like, fat in prison? Like, it's not giving a fuck. Just everyone.
You got a lot of people give up.
You
know, because you got to understand, man, when you're given a lot of time, you lose hope. You lose hope and you lose people. And some people lose the main people in their life.
Yeah, that way actually keeping them,
you know,
keeping them waiting, keeping them strong to say, I could do this.
Yeah, so I never lost the major pieces in my life, right? Yeah. But I went through a lot. You know, it's things I haven't even mentioned during this interview that I went through. Yeah. So I will say this real quick, man. I don't think many people could have made it through what I went through, you know? I got a sister that was shot 3 times during my life sentence.
Did she survived it or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the first person's name that she screamed was, "Make sure you tell my brother who shot me."
Oh, wow. Did she tell?
Yeah,
Did they tell you?
Yeah, they told me. And the person that was there for was my wife.
Wow.
Took care of her.
On your behalf.
Until she got back healthy.
Man.
And all that doing while I was serving a life sentence. Didn't even know if I was going to get out.
Right.
And to block all that out, man, is a testament to who I am.
Nah, facts.
You know, because, you know.
You can't do nothing while you in there. You can't do nothing about it.
I can't do nothing about it. I can rave, rant, and holler all day. Either you going to do the time or you're going to let the time do you.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm blessed in a way that most people in prison will never be blessed, man. Because for 10 years straight, my communication with people when I worked in the officers' dining hall was over the top.
Yeah.
You know, and they treated me human, man. Like I was a real human.
There you go.
And I was never discriminated against when I was in there. Not to say when I left out of there, but when I was in that position, I was never discriminated against, right? And they gave me some good game.
Yeah.
That I still use today in society, man. You know?
Yeah.
So I give them COs a shout out.
That's real.
For contributing that game to me. They contributed to me for getting a psychology degree. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, that psychology degree, what made you go into that field? Like, and psychology is a big thing because it makes you understand humans and understand people's thoughts and the type of people that exist. Has it helped you in there and also helped you out here, that psychology degree, as far as just understand what the degree does for you, like job-wise, but have to understand people? Has it helped you?
Yeah. That's my main reason for going in that.
There you go.
Because it helped me understand who I was.
Yeah.
And it helped me from a psychological standpoint deal with people.
Yeah.
That's why you never ever see me overly emotional.
There you go.
Even when people are clapping, I'm not. You know, I'm nonchalant about a lot of things.
Man.
And that field, in those years that I spent in that class with that professor, you know, it helped me to, you know, it helped me get over the hump. That was the last piece.
Yeah.
That I needed. You know, because automatically people are deemed to be crazy when they get out of prison.
Facts.
And traumatized because of serving so much time, right? But when I come into your office with the same degree that you got, who are you to tell me that I'm crazy?
There you go. That's real. That's real. Did you ever pick up any talents while in prison?
Yeah.
Like what?
So I picked up a trade certified welder.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So I can weld. You
Man,
know,
that's real.
I can weld, but it wasn't something that I wanted to do when I got free because I don't like blue collar work, man. You know?
From your history, I get it. I get it.
I don't like blue, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You know, because the blue collar worker make a lot of money, but he has to work 10 times harder.
Yeah, he works 10 times harder to make all that money to just give to his wife and kids and and die.
Exactly.
And shit.
and I'm not into that.
There you go.
You know, not to say that I'm a white collar worker, but I like using my mind.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, when I go out, you know, I want to dress nice too.
Yeah.
I want to wear nice shoes too.
There you go.
But I can't do this if I don't work 15 hours and my feet hurt.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. So, and you know, sometimes I think I get punished for having that degree.
Oh, in what way? Like just
because sometimes people, you know, and it's you know, it's people without the degree that don't understand, and it's people that are uneducated have sly remarks, as if, you know, when we have a conversation, they're like, oh, you saying that because this is what you got, or this is what you got, you know? And it always revert back to me having this degree.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't understand the reason why I got the degree is to help people that's been through what I've been through.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So they won't have to run down there to the man and he diagnosed them when I can diagnose you without medicine.
Come on now. Come on. That's real, man.
You know,
Goddamn.
so,
Man, Hollywood, I gotta say, man, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, man, and getting these thoughts off, man. Again, we had a lot of cats sit here and tell us about what they've been through. And again, like I said, I'm gonna end it like I started, man. You've been battle tested like a motherfucker, man. This is one of many conversations I want to have, because what happens is normally we'll have guys who've been through the system who either know you, know of your story, or just know people like you, and they want to have some commentary about how right you are, but also how, like, man, what? That's some Texas shit. Now we was over here handling, and I can't wait to have a secondary conversation with you once we see all that shit that niggas got to say. We'll bring it back, man. But we always try to end it with this, man. As far as what you're doing now, what you got going on now, where has your life brought you? What you're doing now? Because again, you pulled up with some other guys that were very solid. What are you doing now for yourself for Hollywood, as far as for, you know, your give back?
Right now, man, once again, I've been out for a substantial amount of time, which is double-digit years, right? And I give a shout out to me for being able to stay out that long because they say the recidivism rate is, if you're out 6 months, you stand a chance of being free forever.
Okay, so when you get out, if you could make it to 6 months, now you stand a chance to you're good. You could make it in society.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can challenge that too, because people have been out longer but still return back to prison. So, but that's for another story. But with me, man, there's no going back.
Yeah.
And I've had several jobs since I've been free, right?
Like you've been working or just to get the money, or
No.
did you create jobs?
What I'm saying, I've had several jobs since I've been free, right?
Yeah.
But I found out through me that I don't take orders well
Yeah, I hear you.
from people on jobs. And it wasn't bullshit jobs, it was good jobs, paying over $20 an hour.
Oh yeah.
But I still don't take orders well. Why? Because of the trauma that I went through.
Yeah, you've taken orders before.
Yes. Right? So in 2014, man, I created my own job. I just took what I did down there and brought it here.
Yeah.
And it's needed out here, right? So as of right now, man, I own my own commercial cleaning service.
Oh, there you go.
Where I serve over 10 government buildings that are contracted out through me.
Congrats. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And I write checks now.
Oh man, come on, man. Come on. We got to clap that up, man. Nah, that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Have I ever wrote one? No. But I write them now.
Man.
So with the help of my wife.
Yeah.
Because without her teaching, where would I be?
Nah, that's facts. That's the light at the end of the tunnel, man. It's funny because they give you a life sentence and you're a young man. You don't know how your life's going to turn out. And it's funny when you're not, of course, the journey still, we got a lot of time to go. But to get to this point, I'm sure you didn't see this back then after your first couple of years in the joint, like as far as what this will be. So for you to get to this point right here, man, it's a blessing to say, hey, I employ niggas.
Oh, most definitely.
I employ people now.
Yeah.
And I'm giving back. So
yeah.
It's a testament because a lot of people like to throw away the key when people do a life sentence or a bid where they're like, hey, society, forget about him. He can't be fixed. It's done. And you're out here helping other men get to the money.
Yeah.
That's very important to say.
And I'm most proud of that, man. That's what drives me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give an inspiring story, man. Not to say that it's going to inspire many, but
if you can catch one.
Yeah, I mean, even if I catch one, right? But that's what I meant to do, and that's why I'm here, man. And
no, thank you.
It is what it is, man. And I want to say this, man, that the most dangerous man in the world is a man with a made-up mind.
We'll talk to him. All right, man. Let's do it like this, man. Hollywood. You got any? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on all social media, man. You can look up OG Hollywood Speaks, man. And you really can find me on YouTube, OG Hollywood Speaks, man. I am the CEO of the Ferguson Chronicle, man, where brothers come to the day room and share their stories, whether it be good or whether it be bad.
And I love it because it feels like the day room, man. We got brothers in there. You have maybe 6, 7, 8 people talking at one time, and it just you chronicling their situation, their history. You let them get off what they want to get off. Again, I seen it with OG Percy, Kryptonite. You kind of managing them, just having a conversation about what it is. It's good to have a place to be able to say, "Hey, fellas, y'all come tell y'all story." And I want to be able to say that again. What's the name of it on YouTube? Because I want people to be able to reach out.
Ferguson Chronicle, man, where it's OG Hollywood Speaks. You can Google it, man. It's everywhere now.
There you go. It's big as shit.
It's everywhere.
Again, you're going to see some people you know on that motherfucker.
And you're going to see people you don't know.
Yeah. Get to know them, goddamn.
And before we get out here, man, I want to say that you can also purchase your Savage Drive gear.
Yes.
At www.oghollywoodspeaks.com. And
we're gonna put that in the description. Trust me, we're gonna get them to it.
Yeah, you can get that.
You see the hat? Y'all see the hat?
Oh,
y'all see the hat?
Yeah, that's made by. And not only that, let me say this: it's not prison related, right?
Yeah.
I wear all Savage Drive gear This is just me and my testimony to Savage Drive. This reminds me of where I never ever want to go back to,
There you go.
which is Savage Drive. This is the substance that I speak about. You have to have substance about things that you don't want to return to.
Yeah.
Because without no substance, you will go back to what you used to do, man.
There you go, man. You got any shots you want to give?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to, man, my boy Kryptonite for sure.
Shout out Crip.
I want to give a shout out to my wife, right?
Blessings.
I want to give a shout out to Big Dewberry.
Big dude.
Yeah, my homeboy from Burt, right?
Yeah.
And it's so many I can't give a shout out to everybody, man. But for anybody that support the channel, man, shout out to y'all, man. Like I say, man, it is what it is, man. And I'm gonna say this before I go, man. Peace and blessings, man, to everybody, man.
There you go.
And that's it, man.
There you go, man. You already know what it is, man. We got him. He didn't tell the story. This is just part of it, though. We ain't got it all. Like we tell people, man, don't get too lit to forget, man. Come back and holler at us. We got him on the couch, man. We got to say it, man. You are a true one. You are a real life street star, man. We salute, man. Hollywood in the building.
Facts.
Chip.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Moolah. Hey.